What's up? You've tuned in to the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Grainger, and this week I have a banger. Yeah, we don't have 4 seats this week. We have 3, which is 3 times the love. You know, you can double it or you can triple it. And if you do quadruple, I don't want to do quad. We'll just stay at triple. This week, I have a great co-host. You've seen him many times. He's back again. He's going to be at Summit City. He's going to be at Helium in January, ladies and gentlemen. It's the great Sean D. is in the house.
Hey, what's up, Kokomo?
Hell yeah. Thank you, Sean D., for hanging out once again. And, of course, first time ever on a podcast. First time guest on our show. You've seen him at the open mic. He was on the Eyes of March show with us at Cooper's Pub. And he's finally here in the red chair. Ladies and gentlemen, get up for Brandon Sexton. Hell yeah.
Howdy, folks. Excited to be here.
Excited to have you, brother. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my panel. Let's have a good time right now here on the Kokomo Press Podcast.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
He posted a video of a blue jay in his side yard, and I commented on it, and I said, "A white jay watching a blue one."
Oh, God. I got a blue jay. You can't see it, but it's right. There's a whole painting that my great-grandpa did. It's behind there. It even has the name Grainger on it.
They can kind of be fuckers a little bit.
They're beautiful to look at. Cardinals, they're great to look at, but you barely see them. You know what I mean?
I see them all the time.
Why?
I don't know. It's like, so my mom was very much into bird watching, and so I connect cardinals with my mom. So now I see them everywhere.
You also used to live in St. Louis, and
I have a St. Louis Cardinals tattoo on my chest. So I do see them in the mirror also.
I had a cardinal break my side mirror on my vehicle, and I had to get rid of it.
How big of a cardinal?
It was like a regular size cardinal, but it was like every day just fighting itself in my side mirror, and it broke my side mirror, and I'm like, you are out of here.
That's not a metaphor for the world.
I mean, it was just...
Did you have to like snap his neck, or did it kill itself?
I got it the day my son got his... Actually, it was a year ago today, because he got his Red Ryder on Christmas last year, and I got rid of that cardinal.
With the BB gun?
With the day after he got it.
So I'm done with this thing.
Yeah.
He's killing your mom. You just had this beautiful story about how cardinals represent your mom, and he's like, I murdered a cardinal last year on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day.
He's a pretty sadistic guy.
I don't know that it died, but I did shoot its way. I heard a distinctive thump, and then I never saw that cardinal again. It flew away, so...
It just changed neighborhoods. It moved to Sean's neighborhood.
I sent it a message.
It was like, I'm going to move to a friendlier neighborhood, which is Sean's side of town. So, fuck you, dude.
We definitely don't live in the friendliest side of town.
At my house, we've got a whole flock of blue jays that visit like a couple times a year. There'll be like 60 of them out in my side yard.
That's cool.
And we've got like these cool trees that surround my house, and I think they have found that to be a cool place to visit a couple times a year.
Do you think like... You know, they're like flying on their way in like a V or whatever shape that they're using, and they're like, "Hey, are we to that fucking tree yet? Like, I didn't take a shit on somebody's car. Is there?
You know how up here in like the farmland they will plant trees around houses in kind of like a right angle?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that at my house. There's like a right angle of pine trees. So from the sky, it probably looks very distinctive because there's just a right angle of trees in the middle of this field.
Yeah.
So
when I was a kid, on every Christmas Eve, we'd have to drive to my stepdad's family's house in Monticello, which isn't like a long drive, like an hour. But I just remember as a kid, I came up with markers, like different house markers, but I did it like the Three Little Pigs. So there was like the house that was made of straw. So there was like a yellow house, and then there was like a wooden house, and there was a house of bricks, and then you knew you were there next. Super gay. I don't know why I did that.
I do something similar to remember places, like buildings, like a building or a company that I know, and if it's close to it, I'm always like, okay, once I get to the Speedway gas station, turn left.
Yeah. It gives you like the what do they call that? Like landmarks. Because some people are good with streets, and then some people are like landmarks of their way. Like it's by the Starbucks, or
I know that rock.
yeah, I know, I've seen that rock. I know that rock. I know that's a nice boulder. All right, sorry, that just reminded me of fucking Shrek.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I remember that.
That's a good boulder. That's something like I don't know.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Do you ever hear the story that Chris Farley was supposed to be originally Shrek?
I did.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Could you imagine how different that shit would have been?
It would have been a lot different.
It would have been like the animation for it was like claymation. It was weird, dude. Not good. They made the right decision. Well, he did. He made the decision for them by doing a lot of drugs and dying.
I remember watching that at a place in Indianapolis. It's like one of those dinner theater places, but it was like when it came out before they even really had a lot of those dinner theater places.
What's that one in Indy called? Beef and Boards?
Beef and boards.
Beef and Boards.
It wasn't called that.
Yeah.
It was something else. But
Oh, yeah.
I remember it was like downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah. Beef and Board. I'm just kidding. That's the one I remember being younger and like knowing a lot of girls that were in theater and stuff. Because like I did a little bit of theater, but like I don't know, man. It was like weird, man. They put me
at a play.
Were you gonna play?
No, but I think I'd be good at one. I told my wife that. She was like
You gonna
10
do
years
one?
ago. I was like, I think I'd be good at a play. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, I think I would be.
Yeah, you fucking kill your role, but made every other woman feel uncomfortable. I'm just kidding. You do have some of the wildest bits of any person that I've ever like. You'll say you and Kyle. Have you met Kyle Bates?
Hey, probably.
You guys would be a hilarious comedy duo because you guys both have like the weirdest takes. You guys have very similar like left field but hilarious takes that are like out of nowhere.
I aim for that. I try to be very like people go, what in the fuck is it talking about? But they're laughing while they're saying it, you know.
Yeah. You have. I think you have that bit. It's the bit about. Was it? Is it like something about tasting a little pissy that made me laugh so fucking hard?
Oh yeah, talking about how I'm bad at dirty talk or whatever, you know, because I try to compliment, you know, and told my wife I like when you taste kind of pissy, and turns out that was not a compliment.
That's such a good bit, man. I love that. If you're a guy and you've been with a girl for a significant amount of time, you've been there. Like,
it's so relatable.
Then you're like, okay, all right, I guess.
And I'm always grateful to be there.
Yeah, it's like we're happy to be in. We will oblige. I remember I don't know who it was, but there was a comic that did a bit at one point that had something to do with well, I don't know why this dog is this has been the whole time people are like, why is there a dog model?
I was very distracted by it in the beginning.
I didn't notice the dog.
The dog's doing a split this whole fucking time. Anyway, sorry people if you're tuned into this. You see that? I'm a fucking dumbass sometimes, and I just fucking leave things on there that I don't mean to. I'll throw this one. Maybe this one will look a good one. Let's see. Yeah, it looks better. So that makes a little more fucking sense. Dog bottle. No, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. There was a comic I saw did a bit one time about girls. You know that sometimes when you wipe, you leave little pieces of toilet paper on your vagina.
Oh yeah.
And the joke was like, yeah, you don't know because we don't tell you because we like spit them out. We don't.
There's a pretty cool trick that you can do.
What's the trick?
Just a quick. They never even know.
Yeah.
You get so slick with it, they never even know. You just do a quick.
Yeah, they think we're not considerate as men, but clearly we are. We go out of our way to not make you embarrassed during sex because it's the one thing that if they get embarrassed, it's over, right? Like it's over. It's fucking done.
Yeah.
Pull away and do an audible breath like you're trying to really get ready to go for it.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. You guys, have you ever done went to go down and been like, I should not have done that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a regular at that, as you can see by the fact that I have discolored hairs in my beard.
Yeah, I just go down there and get some windburn. Oh, she queefed windburn. God damn. I think when you're with somebody for so long, how long you've been married for a minute, right?
Yeah, October 2013.
2013. So, mean, that's over 10 years. So 13 years?
What, 12 years?
12 years.
A little over 12 years now.
Hell yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet in high school or was it after?
So a friend of ours, mutual friend, thought that we would like each other. And she came and saw me play music at a bar in Indianapolis. And she liked what she saw and got her number that night. And yeah, we... I mean, shortly after that, we basically was staying at her house or at her apartment with the friend that introduced us, or at my house every night. So we was pretty much inseparable as soon as we met.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened with Shelby and I. When we first got together, it was like I'd either stay at her house or she'd stay at mine, and it was kind of like a back and forth before it just became like one house for mostly my house all the time.
I was playing a song, and I looked at her and I said, "Hey, girl, you got any requests?" And she said, "Do you know any Brantley Gilbert songs?" And it just so happened I knew the sappiest Brantley Gilbert song that he had at the time, and I played it. And
I have no idea who Brantley Gilbert is, but sounds country.
He was like popular back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got my talons sank in, and
what's that little boy, Billy Gilman? That's who you should have been.
I remember Billy Gilman. There was this kid in my neighborhood that looked like Billy Gilman when Billy Gilman was, popular, and we would call him Billy Gilman, and he would want to fight us. Sometimes he would fight us.
This is not what Billy would do, okay? It's not
Billy
what he would want.
Yeah, he did not like being called
more of a William than a Billy.
William Gilman. That's hard to say.
There's always like a kid that pops off from something weird. Like he was the one that came. I remember Leanne Rimes was a kid. Let's just say country music loves kids. Let's be like, because honestly, when I think back, I'm like, not trying to be rap and country music love kids because like Lil Bow Wow, fucking Lil Romeo, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. Brandy was young. Like they like young kids, and then in country, it was like, what's that the little yodeling kid from Walmart? He went huge. I don't know his real name.
I don't know either. He didn't get
Billy
that big
Gilman,
then. I don't
fucking
know.
Leanne Rimes. Taylor Swift was young when she hit.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's pretty crazy how you can kind of make a career young if you get in the right niche. It's like, is it weird how finding a niche gets you somewhere? Like, right?
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing, I've had a lot of conversations lately about, because I do so fucking much. Like, it's like, I feel like I oversaturate myself to people. I'm like, come out to this show. Also, I have this show and this show. And they're like, probably like, God, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, no, we don't want to come out to your show. You've got too many of them. I don't even care.
It's hard to get people to do stuff sometimes.
Isn't it? It is. Yeah. But it's also like weird when you're like, come out to my music show. Also, I have a comedy show. Hey, you want to see watch my podcast? Hey, I have a skit. I'm in this new TV show, and they're just like, will you quit? Do you ever feel like that? Because you're doing a shit ton of stuff. Like I'm
a serial hobbyist.
Yeah, you do it all.
When I was 11, I started bowling and playing paintball that same year.
Yeah.
And then like both of those things kind of like took my control of my life for till my 20s probably. I was a big bowler and paintball player, and got pretty good at both of them.
You're at bowling town?
I quit bowling back in like 2016 because it was really causing tendonitis at the top and bottom of my quadricep. So right where the quadricep attaches at the knee and right there at the hip. And it was just hurting so much that I couldn't throw good shots anymore. And like when I would bowl well, I would go, well, that's what you're supposed to do. And then when I would bowl bad, I'd be like, you fucking idiot,
Self-hate.
So it really became like a no-win kind of thing. But
you still do jiu-jitsu.
That's what I started doing after I quit bowling.
You're like, I don't want the impact anymore.
Well,
but I guess it's really the same.
It's the repetition thing of constantly posting on that left leg,
That makes sense.
I'm a big guy and could just constantly posting and sliding on that same leg. It was just like a repetition injury.
Most injuries are. I mean, isn't that kind of crazy? Like most like debilitating injuries.
Tennis elbow, shit.
Yeah, it's like the stuff that you don't realize that like you probably have a more efficient way of doing something in a way, but like that is actually causing the issue.
Yeah.
Like I had that issue in my Achilles because it was like repetitive motion, and once I learned how to fix that, then I didn't have it anymore.
I wondered why my right wrist was hurting so much.
Repetitive movement. Hey, Sean's still single, so if there's any ladies out there.
No, Sean is happy single. Comedy is his girlfriend. She just hasn't put out yet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's going to put out in the month of January.
She is. She's going to put out in the month of January.
You do have a lot fucking coming up, man. I mean, that's the crazy thing about comedy. is once the ball starts rolling, it's like you just get offers and offers. And I mean, you've been getting that ball you zoomed in that ball right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the beginning of my 7th year, and January is, I mean, this year I did do Don't Tell, which is a big step.
Crazy, yeah.
But in January, I mean, I'll be at Summit City Comedy Club on January 8th, and I'll be at Helium Comedy Club on the 22nd.
Which is like big, dude. Doing both major Indiana clubs. No, let's fucking give you one of these guys. Oh yeah.
I thought about going to Summit City for their open mic, but it's such a drive. I mean, it's an hour and a half from my house, so it's hard to want to do it during the week. But I do want to do it.
I guess for the longest time I kept saying the same thing. I'm like, it's such a long drive, but then I'm like, I see these Fort Wayne comics come through, and I'm like, they do it. You know what I mean? Like
That's
it's
true.
like
they do it.
It's like I looked at myself and I was like, yeah, you're just giving yourself an excuse. But Indy's right there. I think that's the problem.
The only thing about the Summit City open mic is you have to sign up on this website called Open Micer, and you have to sign up for the entire month before the month starts.
Really?
Yes. But every open mic, they have lucky bucket pulls, so you can go to the mic and you might get picked out of the bucket and get to go on stage. But if you didn't sign up on Open Micer, then there is no guarantee that you'll actually get it.
Because I remember them seeing them post something about the open mic, but it didn't mention that part, so I was thinking it might be easier.
You know, that's one of the sad things about comedy, especially for when I was starting in it. There's not a lot of information out there. If you want to do comedy, you kind of just have to figure it out. And then you meet all the people and you see, oh, well, there's this thing I can do and this thing I can do. But when if you don't know anybody in the comedy business, I basically got introduced to it by a friend that I told I wanted to do comedy, and he's like, you're funny, I know this guy does an open mic in Kokomo. So
yeah, and it just ended up like you took off from there, because like I met you there, and it's crazy because like when you look at how it's a big community, it's bigger than you think it is. That's the insane part, is like, as I started, I don't know if you had a chance to check it out a little bit, but the Kokomo Press comedy page, I've been kind of more involved with it. I'm posting more on there, and I'm hoping that, you know, Sean's on there. Hopefully we can do it a little bit more together, because I know it's something I have more of a vision for. Because for a while there, we had the Kokomo Press comedy page, and I was like, what are we doing with this thing? It's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like existing to exist, because like we already have our Kokomo Press page. We mostly post on there because the reach is crazy. So I'm like, what do we do with this? So I'm like, what we're gonna evolve it into is a hub for stuff like that. So if you fucking post a clip, I'm trying to tell people, I'm like, if you're a comic, make it so make it two things. Make it so that you can be followed, because a lot of people don't realize that they can't be followed by pages. If you can't be followed by pages, I can't share your stuff typically. I can't see your stuff. And the second thing is make yourself taggable, because like if you and if I had to put a third thing, it is if you do promo like a podcast or something like that, or like you are on a show or something, fucking promote it, because you'll go on some people's social media that you know are comics, and they won't even post to the show they're on, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, people got to know, even if nobody comes from you post it on there so people know you're doing shit. Because it's a big thing, I think, in comedy is like kind of fake it till you make it. And it's in everything. Like I've watched people in movies and acting do it, and people in music do it. And I hate fake it till you make it, because it sounds worse than it is. But I'm like, the other way we talk about it was big time it. Just big time it. Like fucking act like you're bigger than you are when it comes to this stuff, because everybody's doing it. And if you don't, nobody will give a shit.
At my first jiu-jitsu tournament, I didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
And some of these guys at this tournament, you know, they did wrestle, and now they do jiu-jitsu. And I asked my coach, I'm like, man, what do I do about this not wrestling thing? They said, pretend like you can wrestle, and you might get these people to think that
they don't want to wrestle you.
They don't want to wrestle you, and then they'll sit down and
and then you got them.
So yeah, it was it did kind of work. I came out there like kind of faking like I'm gonna, you know, take a shot. I'm like touching the ground, you know, acting like I'm gonna shoot, and it did kind of work. It gets these people kind of like a little hesitant to engage.
Yeah, and you probably just like you bluffed them. You bluffed them into believing that you're going to be able
that I could wrestle.
But I feel like it's like that's all of social media really is bluffing. Yeah. We're just people are bluffing their family life, and really in the back, and they're fighting with their girl. You know, that day they fight with their girl, and then everybody's like, "Cheese," and it's a perfect photo, and then it's all a bluff. So to me, I think my biggest issue for a long time, one of my biggest issues has always been like, be authentic, you know, but also like, fuck authenticity at this point.
There's some people that don't care what you know about them on Facebook.
Dude,
They will just air all their shit out on Facebook, and it's so fun to watch.
They're the most fun to follow, like, right? When somebody's like, every time them and their boyfriend get in an argument, they break up and then they put it on Facebook like, he fucking punched me in the face, and one night he took advantage of me when I was drunk, and he kicked my dog, and he farted on my pillow, and then like 2 days later you're like back together, and they're like, oh,
You
we're
get
in
their
love.
Christmas card.
Yeah, and it's like, hold up, like, will you not do this on social media then? So we don't, because we're all like, fuck you to that guy, and then all of a sudden they're back together, and we're like, oh shit, fucking sorry, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, man. I swear to God. I don't know, man. Well, so how long have you been doing comedy technically?
Just came up on 7 years.
7? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We're all
That
kinda
day
like
I was talking to you about it. It was 2018.
Yeah.
Started at Crackers in Indianapolis at their open mic.
Hell yeah. How I mean, you 7 years ago, it was probably still popping pretty well, right?
Yeah, there might have been 100 people in that room, but it was a bringer show, so it kind of makes sense that there was a lot of people in there because there was quite a few comedians, and they all had to bring 5 people.
Yeah, it's kind of how it's. I mean, you're right. I mean, it's good though. Like, I think in music, bringer shows are like the bane, because like if you're playing outside of your town, it's like, what am I can't get people to come out to that. And I think comedy, they don't do that as often, but I know it's something that we've seen a couple different places. Like, I know the show that Sean's doing coming up here, that's their concept, is like, we want to do like a version of a bringer show. And I'm like, I honestly think it's cool. It's a way to get real time at a club, and I'm like, that's better than anything. It's literally better than anything.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute set at a club,
which is crazy. Yeah, I mean, getting that is tough. Like, it is. Unless you live in Indy and you're like live at Helium, or you live at Summit City in Fort Wayne, you won't get those opportunities from Kokomo. You just won't. And you lived in Indy, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Indianapolis.
And then you moved closer to Kokomo.
Yeah, 2019 we moved up here.
Cheap to live?
Well, my wife's grandparents died, and we bought their house in Windfall, which is, like 25 minutes from Kokomo.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Been out to the bar.
I love that bar. Yeah, the Windmill Tavern. I love that bar. Shout out Windmill Tavern. They've got karaoke going on tonight. As I'm driving past there on my way home, I'll probably see a bunch of people out.
I've done karaoke there. I did so I think the first show Dan West did there, when he did a show there, I did a drop-in set, a little feature set, and I came through there and did that, and it was fun, man. And then afterwards I did karaoke, and then I dipped out of that bitch.
That place used to suck.
Yeah? Why?
It used to be called the Buckhorn
That's a horrible name.
Yeah, you go in there and there was like mirrors on the wall, but there was like, I don't know, it was like the weirdest bar I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then they got new owners, and it started kind of getting like a bar rescue deal.
Yeah.
And they brought that place to life, and now I love
That's
that
good.
place.
That's good though. I mean, at least they saved it, because like sometimes those bars don't get saved, man.
It's 4 minutes from my house, which is nice. So I'll just call up there and get like an order. And
pizza and stuff, right?
Yeah, cheeseburgers,
pretty good.
Southwest egg rolls. They got all that bar food.
And little towns like that, a bar like that can like make a killing, because it's basically like a restaurant too. Like, it's got a little bit of both. Like, do you guys have any other food places in town?
There's like a place that's kind of open sometimes called the Cone Crib, I believe, and they just that's nothing.
They need to change that name.
Yeah, and they got like chili dogs and ice cream and stuff. It's not like a big selection, but it's not always open either. We did get a Dollar General.
Oh shit! Let me fucking.
Oh goodness, that Dollar General. Because like before, we would have to drive to Elwood or Tipton, which both of those are like 15 minutes away.
See, a Dollar General in a small town, fine. Like $50 Generals in a medium-sized town freaking drives me crazy. Because especially when if you have a real grocery store, don't give me that.
Oh, and it's a DG market too, so they've got like real food in there. They've got like produce and
grapes.
Yeah, you can go in there buy meat. Yeah, you can get grapes.
Do you know cats can't eat grapes?
No, I didn't know.
Poisonous to them. They will die. Rest in peace to my cat.
How many grapes?
They're still there. How many grapes? I haven't tested the theory. I don't want to find out. Just to see me in a fucking lab coat, be like, 3 grapes, just a mild tummy ache. All right, I'm fucking going through.
Yeah, I remember I had a dog that it used to like grapes.
Yeah.
And then people was like, hey, they're not supposed to eat grapes.
No.
I'm like, it must not be that bad for them because I've seen this dog eat like
Yeah. Something about their stomach it ferments or something in there and fucks their
get
mouth.
boozy.
Fucking dog's like, hey, fucking tell that bitch to make me some kibble. All right.
Wiener dog stumbling around.
Wiener dog fucking playing with his wiener.
My uncle had a dog. He was an alcoholic, and he had a dog. And he always used to get drunk and like eat a bunch of Oreos. He left the Oreos open.
Just chocolate. Fucking
And the dog,
thick-ass dog.
the dog had, he like sent pictures. The dog had shit all over the house. It was disgusting.
dude.
So don't get drunk and eat Oreos if you have a dog.
Yeah. Well, we all went. I guess this is coming out Monday. This last week after Christmas, on Christmas, Coterie did the big. Every year they do karaoke, and we all went out there and fucking braved that sea of 20-year-olds. It was like everybody's home from college, I can see, but it was so packed in there, man. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Luckily, the fire marshal takes Christmas off because it's wild.
I had fun, but a couple hours, and it was time to get the hell out of
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, what'd you drink?
2 Miller High Lifes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
We were drinking some Tito's and cranberry. Woo!
Yeah, I was keeping it pretty light.
Yeah. It's fun going up there. They go all out with the decorating, which is crazy. Like,
Oh yeah, it was
wild.
wild. It was the first time I'd ever been up there, but it was
Ever?
cool. Yeah, ever.
Oh, shit.
I'd only been in like the downstairs of the coterie.
Oh, yeah. We've been down there a lot, though. We've been down there a lot getting some burgers.
Yeah, I'd been up there one time before to see this band Cougar Hunter. It's like a 80s cover band, like hair metal. You know, they had the hairspray and the leather pants, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got me a Cougar Hunter shirt because I didn't think I'd see a Cougar Hunter shirt anywhere else.
Yeah, it's probably not. Did it have like the barrel of a rifle, like the fucking sights on it with cougars?
I don't exactly remember what all it had, but it does say Cougar Hunter.
Maybe we got to make that on the Kokomo Press page, make our own Cougar Hunter shirt.
Hell yeah.
We'll just take. Did you see Shelby tried to do one of those fucking 80s hair, like the 80s hair thing for her, and because we have our photos together on Facebook, they took my photo, so it was me as like an 80s mom. It looks horrible, dude. I was like, dude, I could have killed it.
Did it keep the beard?
I can't even remember, but I don't think so. Maybe. I just know it was funny looking, and I just remember. It's my girl's funny, which is interesting. I don't know, your wife's funny, right?
She's pretty funny.
Yeah, I feel like that's important. Like, if you're a funny person, you got to get with a funny person, Sean. Okay, we're just an intervention. You got to be with somebody who's funny. Whenever you decide to stop being Sean and single.
My ex was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't usually let people know how funny she is, but with me, she drops some bangers.
Have she ever heard you do comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was she?
Yeah, well, she was at the Cracker show that first time I did it there.
Yeah. Are you guys already dating? Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah,
You're already
we're
married.
married.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You've been married for 12 years and you started 7 years ago. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I'm better at doing math in my head than.
So how long from that Cracker set did it take you to do comedy again?
Probably a couple weeks. I went and tried it again.
Yeah. Same place?
Yeah, I think maybe like my first 4 times was probably at Crackers. And then I started doing some bar show in Beach Grove, which is like a little small part of Indianapolis.
Yeah. Who ran that?
Terry Shepard.
Terry, he's still fucking kicking
he's
around.
still doing comedy. He used to have a show in Beach Grove called The Lab. It was like a competition open mic.
Yeah, I won at that. Yeah, I didn't know it was a competition. I just showed up to it for an open mic and ended up like winning like $20 or something.
I also have wanted that.
Hell yeah. Fucking couple winners in here. I've lost every competition I've ever gotten in. It's usually just Brian beating me in a roast battle. I don't really do a lot of competitions. I did the Indies Funniest this year for the first time, which I changed my tune on that a little bit because at first I was just like, what's the point? You know what I mean? And after doing comedy for a minute, Sean got at me thinking a lot more about it because I remember when we talked a long time ago, I'm like, these competitions, I comedy competitions are tough because it's all subjective. Comedy's the most subjective thing in the world. Like it is. Like it's like, how do you get a panel or a group that's going to be honest about like what was funny and what wasn't, and what it really constitutes it? So it's like you have to get the people that are judging have to know what you're doing and know what your sense of humor and kind of. So I always think comedy competitions are tough, but I think the main thing with Helium is to get a good 3 minutes, I guess it is now, 3-4 minutes, like whatever it is.
4, I think.
Yeah, and then just fucking. Have you done it before?
I have not. I've thought about it.
You should try it. I was. He can tell you. I was firmly against it for a while.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I did it before. We were friends that I would come on the podcast as a guest back then, but it just, to me, it seemed like it wasn't really about who's the funniest.
Yeah, it's about who brought the most people.
Yeah, and if you want to have a competition and name somebody the funniest, then it should be based on that criteria.
Yeah, it's tough to start to whittle it down. And the first whittling is just done by how popular you are. You know what I mean? Because I get that a little bit. You kind of need that because you'd want these shows to sustain. You don't want to like book a show for a bunch of comics that are no names that are really funny, and then nobody shows up to the competitions. But like Helium, you're a huge club. Like you should be able to just get your own people in there. I mean, they should be able to trust the name in Helium and be like, oh well, I'm going to a Helium comedy club. If these people are advancing, then it's going to be good. But I think 7 years in, I think try it, dude. I did it. Like I said, I tried it for the first time this last year, and honestly, I was happy I did it. I was happy that I tried it out. I definitely learned a lot just doing it, and then you kind of feel the difference, like you just do. It's a different feeling.
Is it easy to get on that show?
It's free. We're not free. It's easy.
Yeah,
you gotta pay.
Costs,
basically paying to get on.
You're on it if you sign up and pay.
Okay,
yeah. You get like 4 minutes. Like 4 is like. You can't go over 4. So really, you want to go like 3.5.
Yeah. If you go 15 seconds over, you're disqualified.
Yeah, and I think you lose a point for every second over. It's like, it's tough because we spend our entire comedy life learning to do a tight 5 to go to a comedy competition at the largest comedy club in Indiana and being told you got to do a tight 3.5. So it's like, it's tough because I've been working on a 5. You know what I mean? And it's like,
just playing for my regular set and forget a couple tags like I usually do.
It's always tough. Afterwards, you're like, fuck, I forgot that.
Yeah.
I do have a question. I mean, this could go for both of you guys, but like, what's the first joke you ever remember, like, killing? Like, because like we all write jokes, and like you probably had a joke you liked in the beginning, but what's the first joke you ever remember doing for a crowd and like maybe more than once and being like, that's one, like that's a joke that is going to kill? Like, I think it's a good one.
Cool to be fat, but everybody else calls it medium dick.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
I wrote that my first year.
Yeah. And how long did it take before? Did it immediately?
It became what it was probably 6 months after that.
6 months, and now you just feel like it's like an opener a lot of times with you.
Yeah, it's something I use because I know I can get 3 to 4 laughs out of that joke depending on the crowd, and it's quick right away. That joke's only a minute and a half, and in a minute and a half, I got 4 laughs. So
it's quick, it's funny, it's got a lot of laughs in it, and it's self-deprecating. And I think that's a good way to start sometimes. What about you? Yeah.
Probably that pissy joke that you was talking about.
It's a fun joke.
For the longest time, I was going up there and not doing the same bit twice.
Yeah,
I mean, for years and years, I was just going
see
up
that
there
a lot
and doing new shit every time I would do it. And then I think it was you. It was like, hey, well, you can do new stuff or the same stuff sometimes.
It might. Yeah. It's funny because I usually am telling people not to do this. Like certain people, I'm like, try new stuff at this mic because like Sean's a perfect example of somebody who he's got bits that like they're fucking cooked. They're completely done. Like, and I don't mean cooked as the way the kids say now, but I mean cooked as in they're like, I think that those are bits that he could do on the Tonight Show. Like, you know what I mean? Like you get bits like that eventually. But I also meet a lot of comics where at the mic we see this a lot where people come through and be like, God, I didn't want to come tonight because I didn't write a new. And I'm like, you don't have to write something new all the time.
It's good to. I think people get in that like habit of one way or the other. And yeah, sure, you always want to be writing new material, but I think the object of that is to write it to plug it into the stuff that you already have.
Yeah.
Not just to, hey, I'm just going to do a whole and sometimes, sure, that's fun, but the point that we're trying to do is build more time that we can do regularly on a show.
Yeah.
If you get on a show, you don't want to write a new 5 minutes. You want to do the best 5 minutes of jokes you have.
When I did start doing bits over and over again, I did notice something about these things are getting way better.
Yeah, they get better because then you get a rhythm.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the timing thing of comedy that I feel like a lot of people don't understand. Like, you meet a lot of people who I heard Jackie from the Cooper's feelings one time. I didn't mean it in a rude way, but I was trying to talk about something. Hold on. What's up, bub?
Hungry.
Okay, I got you. Okay, we're in the middle of a podcast. Shut the door. Shut the door. All right, my son happened to make an appearance, ladies and gentlemen. My son, he made it. My 5-year-old. I told Jackie. I said we're talking about being funny, and she was like talking about, oh yeah, you know, I make a lot of people laugh when I talk. I was like, yeah, a lot of people are conversationally funny, but then you get on stage and it doesn't translate. And she was like, whoa. So she was like, that's kind of mean. And I was like, I didn't mean it in like a rude way. I meant it as I'm like, this is legit. You meet like, we all know people that are some of the funniest people you ever meet in your life, but if they get on stage, it wouldn't work because the conversationally, you're looking for cues of one person and it's a different vibe. And I think that's something, I think you start conversationally funny and then you turn it into bits. And then once you realize what bits are and like the set, like the structure and shit, it changes comedy for you. I really do feel like that.
Yeah, jotting premises down. Yeah. I really started like leaning into that too, like jotting premises down, not letting them go because there was way too many times go, I won't forget that one.
And then you do.
And then gone forever.
Do you write your bits like in full, or do you just write like code words?
It usually is code words.
Yeah, like phrases and shit.
Yeah. I used to write it out word for word, and then I would read it a bunch right before I'm about to go on and go, well, I hope I remember it.
Yeah, that's tough. I think that's the hardest thing when I write a bit is like I don't like to do word for word. I like to do code phrases and then kind of like I'll have like an idea. I'll think of it in my head like, oh, then I want to throw this and this and this. And I'll have like a whole kind of a roadmap of where I want to go. But I'll use like phrases. I won't like go like a full because I kind of want to get there naturally. But when you finally get a bit down and you know the words, then you just know it from then on. And then you just kind of crystallize.
You can have it on your list like a song title.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a
set list.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah. Eventually, once you get it down, but it does in the minute. In the beginning,
it takes me a time. That's why, if you notice my new jokes, the first 2 or 3 times I do them, they're not very good yet because I'm in the process of trying to get that memorized.
Yeah.
And I do that so I can have the pauses and the timing perfect to me perfectly. I'm not like trying to claim like I think I'm some great comedian, but
all right, my son made his appearance. Hey, we're getting ready to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in just a moment here.
Bye, guys.
Exciting things are happening at the Kokomo Press. Yeah, very exciting things. Not only are we bringing you comedy shows, an open mic once a week, skits, videos, funny jokes on our page, and satire news stories, but now you can support us by going to kokomopress.shop. It's that simple. You go to kokomopress.shop, you find a t-shirt, you find a hat, maybe in the future some stickers and some posters. You go on there, you buy one of those from us, and percentage of the proceeds will go to us and help support what we do. We appreciate every person who just likes, subscribes, does all that. But if you go to kokomopress.shop and you buy something, we'll know who you are. You send us a photo of it. We will post it on our page and shout it out. Thank you so much. Go to kokomopress.shop, buy all your shirts and hats needs, and support the Kokomo Press. Thank you guys so much. kokomopress.shop. And we're back here. I'm here with Sean D and the great Brandon Sexton. What's up? How you guys doing?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm a fucking kid. Fucking kids, dude.
And kids
Don't do that.
Epstein's Island. No Epstein's Island, all right?
Oh, bro, don't open that unless you're ready for the rest of the podcast to be about that, because you know I'm chronically on TikTok.
Chronically on TikTok. It means he smokes weed and scrolls TikTok.
And then scrolls TikTok. That's exactly right.
Saw Mark Norman posted an Epstein picture and they're like holding a bottle and it says Bodega Cat.
Yeah, just fucking make it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can to always be promoting ABP. You know what I mean? That's funny. Like, yeah, that's kind of like, that's what I like about him. He's one of those guys that grinds. He goes to like open mics and open mics and open mics. We were talking about, there was one bit that he wrote that he did in like a little, he started with in the car, like, here's like an idea I have, and then eventually it gets to like when he actually does it, the final bit. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
it's cool to see that because we all know that because we've done it, but we've never done it to that scale. You know, we're not doing it in fucking.
Just like that video I showed you a couple weeks ago of Trevor Wallace doing 5 shows in 2 hours.
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine 5 shows in 2 hours. I mean, that's kind of cool though. 5 shows in 2 hours. How much?
He went and did a spot at the Comedy Store, and then he went and did a spot at what's that other famous comedy club in LA called
the Comedy Store.
It's the other that's not the Comedy Store.
The store.
The Improv.
The Improv. Okay.
The Improv. So he basically jumped back between those two twice, doing different spots at those clubs, and then he did like one that was just a show at a bar.
Yeah.
So he ended up doing 5 spots in 2 hours in LA.
Are you upset? You ever watch Crashing?
No.
You
should watch it. You should check it out. You'd probably like it if you like stand up and stuff, and you like Mark Norman and that type of. Because like it's a show with Pete Holmes. It's a show. Yeah. He does a show called Crashing, and starts from being it's basically crashing on couches until he can while he's making it, and you can see they're one of them. He gets into the alt scene, and they're going from room to room to room, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. We do that with Indy. There's a couple of mics on the same day that are within a couple hours from each other. Fountain Square is at 7:30, and then the Liberty Street is at like 9:30. So you can do 2 mics in one night. We've done that before.
Yeah.
If you guys do that one night, let me know because I might be down to go.
Yeah.
That as well. Isn't it like a Wednesday or something?
Yeah, it's Wednesdays. Yeah, it's Wednesdays.
Yeah, I usually don't have plans on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys decide to do that, I might do a little carpool or whatever you guys
Maybe that'll
do.
give us motivation to do it because we haven't done it in a minute.
Yeah, we
Because-
haven't done it. I was actually going to see if you were working Monday. I was kind of interested in trying to go to Mucky's.
Yeah, have you heard? Do you got anything going on Mondays? Do jiu-jitsu? Mucky's is a cool room. That's Evan Ham's room. Have you met Evan? He's fucking great.
He's a great guy.
Evan and I say Evan Ham, but Evan and Bob. Bob runs that too. But yeah, I think after a while of like doing comedy, you start to get to meet these people, and I'm like, that's really the cool shit. Because like then you start to know whose rooms are what, and kind of if you know the person, you're like, cool. Like I know that person. I won't be weird walking into like a random open mic.
And the more rooms you're in, the more your bookings pick up and all that, So
yeah. Because Sean, I remember we went to the back-to-backs, and Sean killed at both different places, and then he ended up getting a booking that night for us just because of that.
I haven't done comedy in Indy since 2019, so none of those people have heard any of my good bits.
You have such an interesting delivery. Like, yeah, I feel like you have this very like dry delivery, like the way you do it, and you're very precise in how you say it. I like that. I think it's good because it gives you like your own vibe, your own flavor.
Thank you.
So like Evan Ham also, he has this very, very interesting vibe. Like I like people that have interesting deliveries because I feel like that's my Achilles heel is like I don't think I have no vibe. Just on stage, no vibe.
I disagree. You had done so many things performance-wise before you got to comedy that you never had to work on your stage presence. It was there right away.
I feel like that's actually a bad thing a little bit because like I didn't find my own rhythm. I'm comfortable, so I don't know. My big thing is try not to be melancholy because I'll get on stage sometimes and just be like, so and like you're doing the bit and you're like, you know what I mean, but I can tell I'm not really like doing it. I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it. And
Half-hearted kind of deal.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like when we run the room, and we like have so much, like there's so much we have to do before we even we're putting fucking backdrops together now. We're getting lights together. We're getting sound together. We're clicking cables. We're talking to people. We're networking. We're talking about things we're trying to do. We're getting timers set up. We're getting the list ready, and then maybe 5. So I think the last time I hosted the last one. In the 5 minutes before, I was like, I better go figure out what I'm doing. Because I don't know. I'll be writing all week, like bits and stuff. And I'm like, should I do stuff like old stuff? Should I do
I've started
stuff?
Getting prepared before the mic now for that reason. Because it's like, we push it pretty close sometimes with all the stuff we do before. It's like, might as well have it ready before.
I try to do it at work. Like I'll be at work, like going through bits and being like, fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to turn my headphones off.
Yeah.
And then I get into think mode about what I'm going to be doing that week.
Yeah. That's the best. The best writing I do is when I don't listen to things at work and I just like let the silence and I start thinking funny thoughts.
Yeah, the brain goes wild when there ain't just somebody telling me what to think all the time.
And the girl's going wild, and you get a camera and say, pull your tits out. So
Yeah.
it's always good. Did you ever wake up to those commercials?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys both did that quick as hell.
I fell asleep and woke up to those commercials.
You guys both watched the podcast, so you know the opening is.
Warning, this video contains adult
that's
content.
literally from that. I literally told, I'm like, you know how many people don't know? That like the people that know, I'm like, you're cool. You're my people. If you know.
You tired of hot young girls on white sand beaches willing to bear it all? Of course you're not.
It's funny, man. I want to do like a full like remake of all of us instead of like the intro, because you've listened, so you probably haven't watched, but there's like a new intro and stuff where we should do a woo. All of us should show and Courtney will have to cover hers up because they're real. Ours are just fake boy guys titties. No, we grew up in the best time. I feel like every generation probably feels that way, but like we had to grow up in the best time because we straddled the internet and pre-internet. Like we had like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, where like we remember what life was like before the singularity, but also we grew up so that we understand the internet a lot more.
Yeah.
Like I mean, how old are you? Like 30?
37?
Yeah, you're the same age as us. Yeah. He's 40, I'm 38. So like we all kind of, yeah. Sean didn't get Facebook until he was out of high school, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2009, I was like I was 25 or almost 25. Yeah.
What about did you ever fuck with MySpace or any of that?
Oh yeah, I had a MySpace, and my band, the pilot episode, had a MySpace.
Oh yeah.
Me and my brother, Logansport people remember the pilot episode.
Go check them out. It's not funny because I thought you were saying like the pilot episode of my band. I was like, your band's name was Pilot.
The pilot episode, yeah.
That's funny. You guys are like, we're cinephiles. And we're pop punks, so we're also pedophiles. That's only pop punkers.
What song you think's on your MySpace if it's still up right now?
That's a good question. I mean, from back then, because I got Facebook in the end of 2005. I had MySpace. I think I had MySpace a little bit before that. So 2005, maybe fucking Yeah by fucking Usher, Lil Wayne, not Lil Wayne, Usher, Lil Jon, and fucking Ludacris would be on there.
It was definitely emo for me, probably Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, maybe some Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, maybe.
I think mine was a Hollywood Undead song.
Oh yeah. Are those the guys? Is that the guys that had the Bam? Bam's brother was in that band. Am I crazy?
Bam Margera?
No, that's CKY.
CKY. Okay, well, they were friends with those people, right? Because because I remember they used to hang out.
I listen to 96 Quite Bitter Beings every week.
96.
The riff. That song right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that from them?
That's from.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Like I probably listened to that song so many times I didn't even know Hollywood Undead.
With my perceptions in a mix down 20 miles through the sticks.
I got out of like the funny thing is I'm in a post-hardcore band now, but I got out of like hard music so like I was really into like rap and R&B younger, and then I got into like fucking new metal and shit, Limp Bizkit and fucking Linkin Park, like all that shit around that time. Disturbed, fucking Stained, all that shit.
Yeah, I was the same boat. It was rap rock, new metal, country. I mean, I don't know if you was listening to country or not.
That's the one thing I missed out on.
I was listening to that stuff too as like 15, 16, but I got I don't know if I've told this story on here before, but I got a Columbia house. I used to run this Columbia house scam where I'd go around my neighborhood and find every house that nobody lived at, and then I would make a Columbia house account with a fake name like like Carl Malone or
Hi, I'm Carl Malone.
and I would have them get Columbia House CDs. And so I picked a Real Big Fish CD, and it was called Cheer Up. It was a clown yelling at an emo kid, and that shit changed my life. I became an emo kid after that.
It's so funny because you said like you used Carl Malone, and it's like eventually you just started getting like petitions for paternity tests to the house and shit.
I would start mixing the names, like it would be Scotty Jordan.
Yeah. Michael Pippen right next door. That's so weird. These people are so dumb.
I can't think of Carl Malone without thinking of Jimmy Kimmel doing blackface.
I know, right? It's like I can't think of Carl Malone without the mailman delivering to an underage girl. That's what pops in my head.
Oh yeah, that's probably what what we should think about.
Well, I remember the thing. I think wasn't it Karl Malone that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the kid that made it into the NFL or whatever, or something like that. Or one of his kids was what hit him up and was like, "You're my dad. What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "Seems like you did okay for yourself. You didn't need me." And it's like,
Dennis Rodman has that same thing going on right now. His daughter is on the USA soccer team, right?
yeah, something like that. I mean, a lot of these athletes, their kids are. I mean, it's almost like there's genes involved or something, passing down some like Mike, but it was shoes instead of jeans.
I don't know. His son was not very good at basketball.
DeAndre Jordan? I'm just kidding. That's not his son. I remember somebody telling me, I think DeAndre Jordan's Michael Jordan's son. I was like, I don't think he is. Well, he's a big guy.
I was always good at the weird sports, so I don't know if I'm athletic or not.
What's the weirdest sport? I mean, obviously jiu-jitsu is pretty wild.
Probably the paintball.
Yeah.
I guess that's a kind of an athletic endeavor. There's a lot of squatting down and popping up. And,
If it was archery, it'd be a sport.
Do you know that they have a bow, like an attachment for these paintball things? You can put on a bow and you can play paintball with a bow.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And
You guys can do Cowboys and Indians?
I don't know, but I would really enjoy probably a game of playing with those. I've only seen one in person, but they do have an attachment you can put on a bow and turn your bow into a paintball gun.
I remember when paintball became like a thing, because it was never. And then we had a place in. I mean, it's probably before you moved here, but we had a place in Kokomo that burned down.
I remember that place.
Yeah. Okay, you did. Okay. Fuck yeah. And everybody. This crazy thing is, I got invited there so many times. I never even went in there because I was always like, "Oh, gee, I don't want to get hit." I had friends of mine. Like I literally had legit friends of mine that had BB guns. Which I mean, I know this is a little different, but they were playing BB guns at UC Teef Park in Kokomo, and one of the guys shot a BB directly in the other guy's eye, and he lost his eye.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, this shit. I was always like, man, I ain't gonna have. The worst thing in the world would be to lose your eye to a paintball.
I did get my goggle cracked one time, and as soon as I realized what happened, I covered up my face and got off the field.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I did have a slight mishap.
Did you have any others? Did you have any welts or anything? I mean,
I got shot all the time. Yeah. I mean, you usually leave tournaments and stuff hit 20 times, because you usually the guns were so fast you didn't usually just get hit once. You'd get hit 5 times.
Yeah, and they got you.
I mean, they're shooting 20 balls a second, so if they throw a rope of paint over there at you, 5 of them's going to get you.
Throw a rope, that's the worst way.
That's what it looks like. It's like they'll be shooting so fast, you can see all the paintballs individually in the air, but it kind of just looks like they're all chasing each other, and it just looks like a rope coming out of your gun.
Yeah. You said ropes, and I just have an image of girls getting bukkakied in the face.
Really? Because I'm still stuck on 20 balls a second.
Right? I'm stuck on Band-Aid brand. It's stuff.
And it's just constantly when it's like that, you're just constantly dumping pods into your hopper because it's getting out of your gun so fast. You're just constantly.
Have you been able to aim in that?
You can aim.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's aiming by volume, though.
Yeah,
and sometimes you're not even really trying to hit somebody. You're trying to keep somebody into the bunker. You don't want them to be able to get out and shoot at your guys. Because if you're behind his bunker and you hear, on your bunker, you're not going to be sticking your head out. So
you guys do capture the flag and shit?
Yeah. Back then it was like a center flag.
Yeah.
So, there'd be one flag in the center. You'd go grab that thing. You got to go try to hang it on their other side. Now they have got buzzers and stuff.
Yeah.
I just play recreationally now, but the tournament stuff, it's like you go and you buzz the other team's buzzer on their side.
It seems like it'd be fun. I feel like it would be fun. I've just always been kind of. I've done laser tag. I always feel like that shit never works right. It's always something's faulty.
Yeah.
Somebody's gun doesn't work as good as somebody else's.
We've got a home one. Me and my son will play laser tag in the house, and it kind of seems like it works pretty good. Every now and then he'll get a shot on me, and I'll get a shot on him. It seems like it's pretty fair. I think they found it.
I heard somebody said they have in some of the laser tag things, they have grenades. Even that you can throw in the room, and then if you don't get cover behind something, it can actually hit your shit.
Huh.
Yeah, it sprays out.
I have not done that one.
I think it's fucking cool.
It's been a little while since I played paintball too, because I usually play down in Greenwood. That's kind of where the best field is around here, is down in Greenwood. So
outside.
And that's an hour and 20 minutes from my house probably, and then it's an expensive day. Really, you don't usually get out of there without spending $100 bucks. So
yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
It's
equipment.
a few times a year kind of thing. I mean, the equipment, once you got it, it's expensive to obtain, but once you got it, you got it.
Well, I was gonna say, do you rent? You probably don't rent them.
No. But yeah, keeping paintballs in the thing, that's what's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Because like, how many fit in like a container?
The hopper's usually 200, and each pot's like 140.
And you said 20 balls a second.
Yeah,
that's
so you get out of there and you've shot 4,000 or 5,000 paintballs in a day.
That
It
is
gets
an
expensive.
expensive hobby.
Mine's about 2 million kids though when I do it. Hey,
It's usually about $70 for 2,000 of them. So
Yeah.
it gets a little expensive. There's ways to make it cheap though, like a pump gun. You can get out there and play recreationally with like a pump gun. And it's kind of it's a fun way to. Like when you got a lot of skill, if you go out there and play recreationally with people that it's their first time playing, it's a birthday party, it kind of makes it a little bit more fair when you're out there.
yeah, you're like trying to find a way to make it a little fair.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for a minute and you're pretty good. Does the shooting translate to like actual guns? Have you ever do you have better accuracy because you've done that?
I don't know that it's better accuracy with guns, but I think my gunfighting would probably be better if the shit pops off,
Yeah.
Daddy's got to break out the AR. I might be better than maybe somebody that's never played competition paintball before.
Yeah. That's why I would wonder, because almost like you get used to carrying a certain way, and like do you still you probably shoot the similar to how you do.
Like when I go play laser tag with my kids and stuff, that translates for sure. Like I'm out there, because you're like shooting left-handed. You can like change hands and stuff, and that's things that translates to games. I went and played airsoft one time. Like after I was a competition, I played tournament paintball for a long time. I went and played airsoft, and I was out there like playing them with a different style than they usually saw.
Yeah.
They was used to people being real sneaky and sliding through bushes and stuff, and I'm out there just like trying to bring gunfights to them, and I was able to overwhelm them a little bit with real fast pace play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they didn't like that the paintball guy came in there and beat up on them a little bit. There's a I don't know if you know this, but there's a beef between airsoft players and paintball players.
So
Yeah, there's like a rivalry.
I can imagine there is.
Nerd shit,
Yeah. Oh, you got a little splatter on you. Oh,
yeah.
Well, fucking. Yeah.
And they didn't like that. They had camo and shit, and I was out there in like a bright paintball jersey, and like I was out there beating up on them, and you could tell they was like trying to be cool, but you could tell there was a begrudging kind of demeanor about them.
That's fucking funny, man. Yeah, I'm just happy. Like the worst thing now is that the holidays are all over, right? We're all broke again. We're all are you guys off work? You guys working? You guys back there?
I'll be off work till Monday.
Hell yeah, that's good though. Are you right back at it?
Yeah, but I cut down to part-time.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
I feel like comedy's picking up, and it's the comedy busy season.
Yeah.
My bills are low now. I have 2 grown sons. I don't have to pay for everything anymore.
Yeah.
They
Lucky
live
Sean.
Yeah.
You make them pay for shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart. It's like that ain't paying for everything, bro. That's not. Fuck that, dude. My son's 15. He'll be 16 soon. I'm like, dude, 3 more years, dude. What the fuck? That's what he told me. He's like, I'll be out here soon. I'm like, you're so full of shit. You ain't going nowhere. Like, you're gonna be stuck here for a while.
I think I had to start paying rent when I turned 18.
Yeah, that quick.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. My mom. So I turned 18 during high school, and then I did like 6 more months of high school because I turned like in December, and then I had 6 more months until I graduated, and then within 6 months I left for the military. So I wasn't around long enough for my mom to be like, well, it's that time, So I got away with it. But I did have like my ex-wife stayed there for a minute. I was like, hey, she's living with you while I'm in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Not gonna let her ass here.
I moved out the day after my graduation.
Yeah, he said, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 7 technically.
Yeah.
But 2,
Too young.
My dad's got 2, my mom's got 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and the mom ones were, I don't know, mom binds you a little deeper than dad does. I don't know what it is, but maybe that's just because, like, maybe I'm just speaking from personal experience because my dad had a bunch of kids, but I don't really know them as well, but I know all my my brothers from my mom, so we all live together pretty much.
It's a bunch of half siblings.
Yeah, that's all I have is a half. I don't have any whole siblings. My mom tells the story of the night I was conceived, and it's not a pretty sight. She's like, listen, I went to this is her thing. She's like, I was hanging out with my friends, and I said, if I go to the bar tonight and I see that man, it's on. That's what she said. And she went to the bar, and this is before cell phones, so nobody called him and was like, hey man, it's on if you come over. So they went to the bar, and I guess he was there, and it was on, and then I came popping out fucking 9 months later like, what's up? And he was like, that ain't mine. Like, yeah, I am. I'm yours, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I don't even know the dude really. Like he sent me a letter when he was in prison. You know, I don't know what it is about prison, but I think it's just boredom. You just like, I got to make amends. You know what I mean? It's like worse than rehab. Worse than rehab. And he sent me a whole letter, and it was funny because like I wrote a bit about it, but I abandoned it a long time ago because I just didn't love it. But it was the bit was I get this letter from my dad, and I had all this animosity towards him, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh, fucking spelled word wrong. Oh, spelled word wrong. Use of there. Wrong. Oh shit, man! I've been mad at a retarded guy like this whole time. Then I can say that because my dad's retarded, and that was the bit, and nobody liked it. They're like, stop saying that word.
Oh, another bit. One of them that really started working for me was when I would say, hey, is there a shelf life on retard strength, or am I going to be strong forever?
That's a good one.
And people, I mean, that one gets a good laugh every time I do it.
So you have that friend that like spent an entire 5 minutes at the mic talking about farts, right?
Oh yeah, Julia.
That lady was wild.
Yeah.
You brought this lady to the mic, and she's like, I'm gonna do some fart jokes. I'm like, okay, cool. And the entire set is just her talking about shitting and farting. I was like, god damn.
That's very her. She has an Instagram called Shitter Shots that's got probably 100 pictures on it of her just sitting on the shitter, just doing selfies. Yeah.
She's a wild one, dude.
Yeah, she's wild.
It's wild to like I was funny because we're like, oh, finally we got another girl comic in here, and of course she's like the dirtiest. I love it.
Yeah, she lives in Anderson's, and you know, it's hard to get over there. But I think she did have fun coming in and doing comedy those couple times.
Yeah, she came through a couple times. Yeah, she was funny though. I enjoyed her. She had a wild energy to her, like a very like feral energy to her.
Yes.
I'm like, but you see that in comedy, like you'll meet, if you meet enough people in comedy, you're like, you can just tell when some people are comics because they're wild. There's this guy we met. I think you and I met him. I think more than once. I know I've met him more than once there. I think maybe it was one of the times I went to see Doug Stanhope, and then went to Liberty Street after because it was on a Wednesday and they were still doing the mic. So I was like, hey.
Oh, yeah, I didn't go that night.
Yeah, and there's this guy. I can't remember. He has a nickname. He doesn't go by his real name. He goes by a nickname, but he's like, for all intents and purposes, like an old gay homeless guy. The Weevil, Anvil, the Angry Beaver or something. Angry Aardvark or something like that. Something Aardvark. The Arbitrary Aardvark. Arbitrary. That's his name, the Arbitrary Aardvark.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, he's a fucking wild ass dude, and I just remember being like, dude, I would never have met this guy outside of comedy, like ever. Like if I'd have saw him, like Jesus Christ. But he's so fucking nice. He's the nicest dude ever. But when I met him, I was like, he threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I think maybe I've seen that guy before.
He just told a story about all these people these homeless people wouldn't get out of his house. They're getting in my basement trying to make him get out. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. He's like, anyway, I've been the Arbitrary Aardvark. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy's name? You meet people in comedy sometimes, you're like, what? I'm just the Arbitrary Aardvark, guys. I'll see you guys later. I'm like, what? I don't know, man. You have a cool last name just naturally.
Yeah. It was real fun in elementary school when they were doing roll call. Sexton.
Everybody thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Sean's last name is Dalrymple, so.
Yeah. Why do you think I go by Sean D?
I like Dalrymple. I don't think it's bad.
People just can't pronounce it. That's why I changed it. When I first started doing comedy, I went by my first and last name like most people do, but there were so many open mics where it would be like, and your next comic is Sean Dul Da D, and I just call me Sean D.
Yeah. I get it. I don't blame you because it is probably annoying.
It's more like, how are you going to remember me if the guy didn't even pronounce my name right?
Yeah. I mean, I had that happen. I had a show I did one time, and they were like, and coming up next, Jordan. I was like, oh, fuck. That's not good. Like, nobody's going to remember me now. It's like, Like, here's this person and Jordan. And the guy's fucking great. He's a great comic. He just was not prepared to say what he needed to say when he brought us up.
He didn't have a Grainger in him.
He didn't have shit in him. It was the worst intro I've ever received anywhere. And I'm like, damn, I'd do too much to get that intro. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm too busy to get a, and you're one name. What do I, Prince? What are you doing to me? I'm not Madonna. If I had a cool first name, maybe if it was like, arbitrary or something. No, Sean D's good. I think he could have went by Shondell. I think that'd have been good too.
I wish I would have went by my middle name instead, because it sounds like a first name and they're both common names. So Sean Charles.
I don't know. I think you brought that up to me one time and I was like, please don't. I think that actually sounds bad.
You do?
Yeah, I think D sounds really good. Sean D. It sounds good. Like I said.
Well, Christina P was able to go by just, so I figured somebody's done it. I can probably pull it off.
Yeah.
Sean Charles sounds like he's a guy in court fighting off a case.
Yeah, it doesn't fit you. That's my thing, is like, it's not that, I feel like if you went up there and like, hi, I'm Sean Charles. Thank you guys, I'm Sean Charles. Like, they'd have been like, Charles? Like, you don't look like a Sean Charles at all. You look like a Sean D, though.
Yeah.
Sean Medium D.
Sean Medium D.
I was always guessing it was Dalrymple. That's not it, though.
No, it's Dalrymple.
Yeah.
I can't.
So in school, I got Dalrymplestiltskin all the time. Or Deli Rimple.
Yeah.
Deli Belly, because I was a chubby kid.
Deli Belly? Hell yeah. You could have went by that. That'd been a cool name. Next to come to the stage, Deli Belly! Come through. When you do black rims, go by that. No, I was Jordan Grainger, but then I got... People would, every time they meet me, would say things that rhyme with Grainger. I don't know why. That's how I got Jordan Danger Grainger. Because everywhere in the military, they'd be like, Grainger? I'm like, yeah. They're like, Danger Grainger, ha 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 ha. And then high school or in middle school, they're like, Jordan Grainger, the Power Ranger. I'm like, what?
Man, I used to love Power.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, same.
I remember being out in my front yard wearing a Red Ranger costume, and I lived like on a busy street, and I'm out in the front yard fucking doing this stuff, and like I didn't care whose cars was passing. I was out there doing
fucking killing the putty. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they
were eating pussy all the time.
You remember on Road Trip, Tom Green singing that song? He's like, tiny.
Yeah. That's such a good fucking song. That movie is, I've had this situation happen over and over again on streaming where I'll go to look at a movie and I'm like, fucking love that movie, but I'm like, I don't know if I can watch it right now. Like, I just like, I don't know if I have it in me, because like you've seen something enough times. But Road Trip's one of those ones where I'm like, hell yeah, every time, because first off, you get to see some really great tiny itty bitty titties, you know what I mean? Itty bitty titty committee over there.
Very short into that movie, you get to see black nipples.
Yeah.
That was the first time I remember seeing black nipples.
Yeah.
And
changed your life?
I'm like, oh, they're dark.
I don't know what I expected, but spot on.
Quite dark.
Amy Smart. Is that her name, Amy Smart? Yeah, dude, she was hot as hell. And then that dude, the dude in the show, the main guy, he has such a weird name, I can't remember his name, but the main guy, and then Tom Green. This was a pretty good cast, like, honestly. The guy from The New Guy.
Yeah, they're...
DJ Qualls.
Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was gay. And he's dating another prominent actor that's gay that I didn't know was gay. I was like, God damn, they're fucking interesting. I always love when you get thrown for a loop like that.
The New Guy, though, that's one of my movies that, like, if I see it and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that forever, I'll pop it on.
Fucking, that's a good one.
In Road Trip, he hooked up with that big
girl,
and she had those leopard print panties.
Yeah. You think that's why he's gay? I'm just kidding. Because he hooked up with her. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, he was like LaShonda.
I think it might have been LaShonda.
He's been in a lot of movies. Like DJ Qualls is in a lot of movies that are like that. Like he's in Hustle and Flow.
He got a reputation. I don't know. There's always that what is it, the thing about short, or not short, the thing about skinny like white dudes having big dicks or whatever. That's why they like black women. It makes sense. You know?
I have a whole joke on this.
Yeah, about being skinny guys. It's funny, dude. I remember, like, Snoop Dogg's a very skinny dude that they always say, and he's not white, but, you know, I don't think. I haven't asked him.
He's not very white.
You have like a relationship with him?
Yeah, I haven't asked him in a minute. We haven't had a conversation.
That's cool.
He's my weed dealer. Comes through Kokomo and he's like, yo, Jordan, I got you.
That's what's up.
Calls you nephew.
Hey, nephew. I'm like, hey, what's up, Unc?
Does he go by a different name when he comes through Kokomo?
He does.
Is it Frosty the Blowman?
Frosty the Blow Man. I don't think people don't realize the type of weird shit that we get into, but we did write an article about a guy, a true crime documentary called Frosty the Blow Man. It's an original true crime documentary about a drug dealer out of Detroit, Chicago, Midwest that fucking had a big route through Kokomo, apparently. Or it's just made up. I don't know.
Yeah, it might just be made up.
It looks cool, though.
There might be a new writer on the Kokomo Press who's trying new things.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, though. It did well. I feel like it's good. I did see this. My fiance's grandma got this, and I said Jesus hitting the ocean with a 6-7. That's exactly like he's like standing there. It's like my kids are obsessed with that.
That's
shit.
what that whole thing means, because on the 7th day he rested, they was like, oh, the 6th day. So.
Exactly. He was like, when are you gonna take a nap? I don't know, like 6-7. One of the two. Nah, it's funny, man. There's like it's been an interesting holiday season. Like I feel like I start off really happy with, like, last year we finished really well with the Pacers, and I was like, hell yeah. And then we started off shitty this year, and then the Colts started off really fucking hot, and I was like, hell yeah. And now we suck again. I'm just hoping IU finishes it off so I can have something to be proud of about Indiana this year, because we've had a lot of promise that ultimately fucking failed.
You know, I hope the Hoosiers do. I mean, it's so wild that they're like a football powerhouse now.
I know.
I think it's just that they could never beat Purdue at basketball.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. How dare you? How dare you? Now that can beat Peru. Peru? Is it Peru?
No, it's not.
They can beat Peru if they have to.
Yeah, they could.
They could definitely take out Peru. Hell yeah. What school is it? Tri Central out there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder, because I'm like trying to. I think I've only been out to that area like to a try. I had an ex in high school that played soccer. I know, right? He was hot. No, I'm just kidding. She at Taylor, and they played Tri Central one time. That's the only time I've ever been out to that campus. That's cool.
It's a pretty small school.
Yeah.
It's Tipton County, but it's not Tipton High School. It's a little bit smaller in Tipton.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's weird because, like, I don't know. I went to Kokomo, I went right over there. The school that gets mad at us because we write so many jokes about them. And I didn't play sports, so I didn't really travel to a lot of schools until, other than the area ones. I don't think I ever saw Northwestern until my son went there.
I went to 7 high schools.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's how you ended up finding your ex. Hey. All right,
Hi, it's Sean D. If you enjoy the Kokomo Press podcast, you should come out to the open mic at the Highmark. That is 3840 South LaFountain Street in Kokomo, Indiana. We do 15 spots on every open mic. You could sign up on the page. You could sign up there. Sign up start at 7:30. Show is always at 8. You'll see people from all over Indiana, and we've even had people come from further. Please come out, check out the open mic. If you feel like trying out comedy, this is the place for you. Thanks, guys.
Good. No, I'm just kidding. 7 high schools.
No, I just moved around a lot, like between my parents to go live with my dad if I got in trouble with my mom and stuff. So I just ended up going to a lot of different high schools.
Did you graduate?
Yeah. I graduated from DeSoto High School in Missouri.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because, like, you don't ask people. That was such a huge part of our lives, and we don't even know. Like, if we you don't ever know if people did. Yeah. If there might be somebody you're hanging out with all the time, you don't even know if they graduated high school. You never asked them.
I know people that didn't graduate that they're doing fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit was all bogus bullshit.
I know people that went to college and they're like, fuck, this sucks.
It was all scare tactics, dude. I swear, man. They really did. I mean, that's the problem with the generation. Like, our whole generation's fucked because they spent that whole time being like, if you go to college, you gotta go to college or your life's fucking over. And then now we're done with all that shit, and they're like, shit, I went to trade school. We need electricians now, bitch. Like, we're fuck.
I got lucky by thinking I wasn't gonna be smart enough for college. I was like, I don't know. I cheated through high school, so I don't know how easy it is to cheat in college. So,
are you in a trade? Is that what you do?
Body work, collision repair.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Shout out TNT Collision.
Yeah, I didn't know if you're allowed to shout out your. Sometimes we don't talk about our business.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
Automotive is huge. I mean, there's so many different places. We all work in 3 different parts of automotive. It's legitimately it's crazy.
Yeah, people wreck cars all the time, and
yeah,
I'll fix them.
Yeah,
and I do the oil change.
Yeah. And I don't know what I do. I'm just kidding.
You built them.
I build the transmissions only, maybe engines. And
yeah, I got lucky. I was like a month out of high school. I was working at Taco Bell, and my cousin was like, "Hey, you want to come, mask up stuff that's gonna get painted, like vehicles and stuff?" I was like, yeah. So I went and learned how to do, masking up windows and stuff so that stuff don't get painted up and all the scuffing so the paint sticks. And
fuck.
Yeah, it was eventually I started seeing the old guys doing the body work, and I was like, well, shit, I think I could do that. And I was like, why don't you guys let me try this? And they let me try it, and I was able to do it. And
yeah.
So I was able to just kind of learn body work on the job. Never had to go to trade school or nothing.
When you first said body work, I thought you were like a guy. Obviously, I'm a bodybuilder. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know that. I know you did jujitsu, but I thought
I like eating sweets too much to be a bodybuilder.
Terry Shepard used to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, and a rapper.
But Terry does look like he was a strong strong guy when I met him.
Is it because he overly tans himself still? I'm just kidding. Hey, when you meet somebody that's older and they get super tan, I'm always wondering do they used to bodybuild? Because that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's almost bigger than you can tell somebody bodybuilds just by their tan sometimes.
It really does make you pop a little bit.
It's the definition.
I get damn near black in the summertime though, and I don't try.
Yeah,
I don't bodybuild either. But
don't you have a bit about that?
Yeah. If I get any darker, the police are gonna start fucking with me.
Yeah, that's a good bit. I love you guys are good at finding things about yourself. My girl hates all my bits because she says that they're too obscure, and I'm like, I think she's right. I do so many obscure things that's something I'm trying to work on is to be more relatable. I think that's the hardest thing is being relatable.
That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Most people aren't psychos, Yeah, so you gotta try
I am
to
a psycho. You're right.
That's why I do things the way I do. That's why I start with self-deprecating jokes because I feel like it gives you oh, you feel bad for this guy. He's just a normal guy. And then when I say wild shit at the end, you're like, I already liked him.
Yeah.
Fine.
I've got 5 bits about being ugly.
I like that. I think a lot of it is just letting go and just getting into who you are, just leaning in. I think a lot of comics that do a pretty good job of it. It's funny because I've been basically surrounded by 2 of the best writers. Brian and Sean are 2 of the best writers that I know. They write fucking crazy. Sean will write a bit and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'll be like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. And then he'll do it and it'll fucking smash. And I'll be like, dude, I fucking don't know what I'm looking at sometimes. And sometimes, it'll be like, well, what do you think about this? And I'm so much better as a co-writer than I am. That's my own writer half the time.
You know what? Donut Hose wouldn't be near as far as it is without you. So,
but I think that's
you don't
part
give
of
yourself enough credit.
I'm better at narratives than I am at bits. I feel like I can write bits in narratives, but I like a narrative. I like to write a story. I think that's something that I'm going to be leaning into more in the future is trying to use that part because I'm very good at writing. So I've always been a good writer. Even when I was in school, the teachers would always talk about ooh, you can paint such a phenomenal picture. And I'm like, yeah, in words. It's probably my issue. I don't write my bits out completely. If I did that, they'd probably be better. But I can't do it. I can't. I go to sit down and I'm like, ugh, I hate every word choice here. It looks stupid and I hate it. I just want to throw myself off.
I fight with myself about it. When I do it, I'll just fight with myself. I'll be like, that's not good. Hey, you've thought that once before and you did a joke similar and it worked.
Yeah.
All right, you're right.
Yeah, you got to beat yourself up. Oh, yeah.
I remember having to write something in high school one time. We were supposed to write a poem, and then we were supposed to read it in front of the class. And I wrote a poem about a peeping Tom.
That's funny.
Yeah, and after I did it, the teacher looked. He pointed at me and he said, "Do not sit next to that guy." And I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't remember what all happened in this poem, but yeah, it was a poem about a peeping Tom, and
Yeah.
The teacher was like, this guy's a issue.
You looked up your address and you're in the poem. You're like it's the next door neighbor. It's their house, and they're like looking through from the tree.
I read that shit confidently too. I thought I was killing it.
You ever had that happen to a bit that you wrote and went on stage? You're like, oh, this one's great. And then you say it and you're like, ugh, what the fuck?
Golly, it happens all the time.
I never say it again. If it's like real, if I write it and then I'm like, oh, this, let's see, and then it goes real bad. Like I wrote a joke about the stuff that happened on Carnival Cruise Lines.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that and not make it seem like you're for either side.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna, I just won't do that joke.
Yeah. It's tough to try not to like alienate half the crowd by being like the blue team or the red team and shit. Because, like, you can kind of do both. That was the interesting thing about the bar in your town is that, like, went in the bathroom and there was, like, fucking Joe Biden and Kamala pictures.
In the urinal and stuff?
Yeah, and then I went out and all the comics were doing, like, jokes about being blue. And I'm like, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe this is the place for that. So I didn't do any jokes about it. And I did fine. I'm like, I'm not doing any politics shit.
I bet they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I bet most of those people are pretty
I've heard a horror story, so I did hear one horror story that happened because one of the comics came in there and did a whole set that was like liberal and just bomb in that room.
Oh,
yeah.
well.
It happens though. That's the thing is bombing is so. That's what always makes me laugh when people are like, "Oh man, I fucking bombed." And I'm like, "Yeah, bombing's part of comedy though. It just is. You know what you did when you went up there. You're like, fuck.
Oh,
Either the room
it
hated
actually
you.
hurts.
It does hurt though.
It actually hurts. At least the first one did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had another bomb since. But I remember one time I bombed. And I drove away from there going, "Fuck."
Was that the night that you went on stage for like 2 seconds?
No, I think
What happened that night? That was very interesting.
I think I just popped in, I think, or something like that. I wasn't really planning on coming or something.
Was
like
that
that.
Outhouse?
It was at Jimmy's show. I think I got up there and I like did some stuff I thought was gonna work, and like I didn't get a fucking laugh, and I like drove away from there going, "God damn, I suck at this." And I just never did those bits again. Is what it was.
I love when I bomb at an open mic because I don't care. But also, like, sometimes you do. You know what I mean? Like, you care because you're like, fuck, I thought that was good. But then also you leave there and you're like, but it doesn't, like, mean, you got to convince yourself. I do it all the time. I hate bombing in a room full of people I like. You ever take a video of yourself and then watch it back and you're like, I did well, and then you can see when you lost the room. You ever seen that? Like that when you flip the room, you're like, fuck, I can see what I did there. What did I do that for?
I've seen it start slow and pick up.
Yeah.
So kind of the opposite chain.
Yeah. That's happened too, yeah. You finally find a seam.
Yeah.
We had a guy that came through for a while from like the northern Indiana that I thought his bits were like, this happened a couple times. A couple different people that have come through that have been very character-y, like very characters. And they did their bits, and I'm like, they're doing like they're putting it on.
Yeah.
And then they come back a couple times, and then I realized, oh no, they don't know. Like, so I thought it was on purpose, but they were like
they didn't know that they were a character.
Yeah, and that's. But when you meet somebody who's really good at a character, then you're like, fuck yeah. But then when you meet somebody who doesn't know that they're a character, but I thought they knew it, and that was what they were doing. And then
I remember this exact thing.
Yeah,
that you're talking about.
I enjoyed his set so much. I think the first or second time he did it, and then like the third time he did it, I was like, oh no, like this was on purpose. I asked him about it, and I shouldn't have. To completely ruin the alert for me because I realized I just don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like, fuck. I thought he was like, I thought he was zenning me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, no, I got the beat. We've had a couple of people like that come through that you're like, these guys are absolute characters. And like I've seen some of the funniest people in the world, like some of the funniest people that I've ever seen do comedy, like kill, and I've seen them bomb. So I feel like at that point I'm like, fuck. When you hear like big comics bomb, you're like, who gives a shit?
Speaking of characters, when I came and did that set in the Ninja Turtle costume, and I was doing my bits, but with, like making them turtle twist, I was like putting turtle twist on my old bits. That was very fun. I had a lot of fun doing that one.
It's fun, man. I think those types of shows are good anyway. Like when we did the one right before Christmas, I was like, write a Christmas joke, like just let's fuck around, man. Let's come up with something. And I think like a lot of people did. They wrote like different versions of Christmas things. I worked all day today. Fucking stayed an extra hour because they were giving me triple time. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
I was surprised to see that you was working today after seeing you last
I know.
night.
Dude, yeah, I made it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I made it in. I was good. I was funny because Shelby made a joke. I was like, let's be 100%. I was fucking hammered last night, but I knew I wasn't driving. I was like, Shelby's driving. She's way better drunk driver than I am. Except for that one time. Don't look it up. No, I love you, Eddie. Sorry. She's going to be mad at me for saying that. No, but she was all right. Like you could tell she was a little toasty, but she's a good driver. So I was like, fuck it. And so I was like, I'm going to have a good time. I figured Matt, if anything, DD and Matt with DD, but he was like, get me the fuck out of here. It's people. But you did what? 2 songs?
2 songs.
Yeah. And we ended up doing, like, I did one by myself because I was just like, I want to do this because I didn't know how long we were going to stay because I could tell Matt wasn't into it and I didn't know how you'd feel about it. And Shelby sometimes is kind of like, she was kind of apprehensive at first and I was like, let's just have fun. Like, let's not.
I needed the lubrication, and once I got that, I was like, all right, I can deal with it.
I think that's what happened. Like, Matt doesn't drink, so it's like, he's like, fuck this. And I don't blame him because it was packed in there. People were like bumping into each other. Girls were in skimpy outfits. Guys were in skimpy outfits. There's a lot of guys with some fucking camel tail showing, if you know what I'm saying. Not camel toe, camel tail.
I'll dress like a slut next year.
Yeah,
now
you
that
should.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Well, Shelby was wearing that cute little gingerbread outfit. I just had a little Christmas sweater on. I was like, that's enough. But yeah, we did 3 songs to get. I did a song and I did, I think, 2 or 3 songs with Shelby, and then the final one, these people at a table stopped us and they're like, "You guys should do a ballad. You guys should do a ballad." I was like, "What do you guys think?" And I don't know what ballad to do. And they're like, "What about Picture?" And I was like, "If you put the money in and put our names down, and we'll do whatever." I was like, "Just throw us." And then that was the last one of them.
I was off to drink you away.
I fucking hate that song.
Yeah,
I do
I
too.
hate it, dude.
It's at every karaoke bar you hear that fucking song at least once.
I would have never. I think I've done it one other time. I tried to do it, I think with Shelby, and I hated it because I'm like, it's just the guys part is like, it's just not much. The girls part's good. The hotel.
Yeah.
It was the same. It was just not good. We did that song, and then we did Ohio is for Lovers, but that was my favorite one we did. That's fun.
You guys also did Panic at the Disco.
No, different people did that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Different people did that.
It was
for you.
Alexia did that, I think.
Alexia.
Yeah, dude, she fucking killed that. It was fun. I just like when people do fun songs. Like, to me, that's as long as you're not gonna go like the girl Kayla Grimes. I love her. She's a sweetheart. She's battling cancer and everything, and been battling it for a minute. I met her on a Halloween show at a Highmark one night. Me and Shelby hung out with her, and she's a real sweet girl. She was there last night, and she did Because I Got High and killed that shit, dude.
Oh,
She
yeah,
murdered that. I was like, damn, man, I've never heard a girl rap that good other than Shelby. Shelby can kill some raps.
There's this little bar down by like Mooresville called like the Route 67 or something like that because it's off of 67. And Afro Man used to go there and play. And sometimes on the marquee, you'd see there like Afro Man was going to be playing
That's
at
awesome.
Route 67.
They played at Maddie's. He played at Maddie's too.
Yeah, he does a lot of random ass bars, but in bigger, like not big markets, but in nice little markets to try to like pack a place. He does a standing show at Be Here Now in Muncie every year. Because that's something Alexa. Have you met Alexa, right?
I don't know.
Alexa Eden. But yeah, she's a comic from Muncie, and she worked at Be Here Now. I don't know if she still does, but I think she does. But they do that show every year. They also did Riff Raff one year. It's a fun.
Oh yeah,
that's a fun.
I
story.
remember that story. Yeah.
She sucked Riff Raff off.
Really?
Yeah, told the story on the podcast.
The Purple Panther or whatever? The Peach Potato or whatever.
And the best part is that like he was like, listen, while you do it, if you want me to finish, you're gonna have to play with my nipples.
the Chartreuse Babe Ruth.
So she's just like
That's pretty cool.
she said they were all huge. She has huge ass nipples. You got gay man nipples, you know what I'm talking about?
I guess I never really thought about Riff Raff's nipples before.
Me either. She told me about him. That's some real riff raff up there.
He's always hanging out with Yellow Wolf. I love Yellow Wolf.
Yeah. I like white rappers, you know, they gotta stick together. They're always beefing, you know. It's interesting. Have you? I mean, I'm not trying to bring anything down, but the Kokomo scene's had some drama lately, and then have you seen like Indy had some drama, and then I just saw Fort Wayne's has. I'm like, maybe it's just drama season.
It's comedy.
Everybody's fighting everywhere.
Winter.
It's crazy.
It's winter time, so people, seasonal depression is a thing. So
Yeah,
I think that's part of it. Everybody's just and. Comedy is stressful. We do it for fun, but it is at times stressful.
Well, it's stressful. There's money involved. There's stage time involved. There's egos involved. There's the fact. One thing we've talked about a lot is that comedy is so solo, but you need other people to do it. You can't do it by yourself. But it's such a solo venture. Like if you're in a band, you're with your group. You know what I mean? With the fellas or with the people. If you're doing a movie, you have to have a whole crew. It's like you typically have a crew, and in comedy, it feels like you're doing everything by yourself. And I think if you can collectivize, it's better. But also, like that's how things end up fight. People end up fighting and having drama and stupid shit. But I did see, I know, locally we obviously know about everything because we're here. But like I saw the indie shit that happened, and we saw some comments at each other's necks there. And then I saw the same thing happening in Fort Wayne with the. I know the lady from The Drop and Red was going at her. Red, the blackout artist, was going at her, and I think she was doing the pro Ty Mead stand. I'm like, they've got some real drama. I thought we had some shit here, and I'm like, you look at some of the shit in Fort Wayne, you're like, fuck, dude, they're fucking going at it up
that's
there.
South Bend and Fort Wayne.
Yeah,
similar, yeah.
They're what, like an hour apart, half hour apart, something like that.
But all those people, like if you do company, like all those people hit both mics, kind of.
Yeah, damn.
Kind of the same thing we would do here, They're the two closest places to do comedy. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that's my issue is why I don't go to. And when I talked about earlier about Fort Wayne, it's an hour and a half drive. Indy's an hour, and I know we fuck with them people more because they're so much closer. It's just easier to go to shows there. And then have you thought? I was going to ask you, have you thought about getting into the roast battling? Is that something you'd be interested in?
I don't know how good I'd be at roasting people. Every now and then I got a good zinger on somebody.
Yeah. But if you sat down, if somebody was like, hey, because you get like a month to prepare for the person, you can look at that. Usually you have a conversation like, here's things that I don't want you to talk about. Here's some things about me. Like you can give as much as you want. Usually they want you to give as much as you can.
But you can do your own research. I mean, I when we did our roast battle thing, I looked up Devon on my case.
That's evil.
I love looking at people's mic cases.
There you go. I'm gonna pull this up because I definitely want to talk a little bit about this because we got a lot of friends that we're gonna be working with on the next one. Obviously, you see Terry's on there. Terry's gonna be going against Mike Galding. Is that how he says his last name? But yeah, we have it's going to be a great little mix here between myself versus Elizabeth, Brandon Stetler versus Evan Ham, Mike versus Terry Shepard, Sean D versus Crystal Evans, and then Dwayne Cobb versus Quinn, which is going to be a wild one because those are two people that I think are really funny. So it'll be interesting because I saw Dwayne. You remember who did he battle Zach DeSuba? We watched him.
I wasn't there that night.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I always think you're there because we were there so many times.
I go a lot.
Yeah.
But after that, the last roast battle. Well, before when it was Slight Night, that last battle, it was you against Brian and me against Brandon. My mom actually passed that night.
Yeah,
so
it's just crazy.
I didn't really try to do that again for a while.
Yeah, the roasting's fun though. It is. It's interesting because it's like material that you're writing specifically for something, so you don't. It's not not burning your actual material. So and then it gives you like a special.
How long is it?
It's 7 rounds. So think of it as 7 jokes and then rebuttals. And rebuttals are typically just like you try to like riff off of what they say to you.
You need to have the rebuttals ready. I lost my first one because of that.
I think I got beat because of rebuttals too. It's one of those things where it's like you prepare these jokes and then they're like, but you didn't do a good job for the not prepared part. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't even think about worrying about that. So you might as well prepare rebuttals too at that point. But Terry's going to be fun. I think Brandon and Evan is going to be interesting. Elizabeth, I don't know how I'm going to be mean to Elizabeth, but I'm going to do my best. She's a sweetheart. But yeah, you and I are beating up women. You and I are beating up on women.
Yeah, but Crystal wanted me to go against her. I knew when I said something, she was like, "Oh, I was hoping it was going to be you. I was hoping it was." I'm going to be really mean to her, and that gets her off. So
it should be easy. They got smaller brains. They're dainty.
Hell yeah. Elizabeth's such a sweetheart. I was like thinking about how do you roast somebody who's so supportive? You know, she's like the most supportive person in comedy. So I'm like, I got some ideas.
I'll say some real mean shit to some people I don't like.
Yeah. Well, roasting, you're supposed to do it to people you like.
Yeah. And that's where it gets a little hard. I'm like, I don't know.
The thing is that they know that it's coming and they're okay with it, or they wouldn't have signed up. Because I think at first that was my thing too. It was like, I don't want to be mean to somebody I barely know, but
maybe I need to go see it.
You should come out. I mean, we're gonna be driving down there if you want to hang out. Corey's looking for somebody to sit with her anyway, because she's like, I don't want to be by myself.
You can also buy your tickets for this at Helium Comedy Club, Indianapolis.com.
Go get it. Tickets are $25. I know it seems like a lot, but honestly, pretty cheap for a ticket like this for what you're gonna see. Because I'm telling you, I've been to these shows before. They are wild and they're fun. And not only are you gonna get, you know, these the what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 you're gonna get 5 battles. You're also gonna get a lot of rebuttals, and you're also gonna get some comics that are on the panel, like the judging panel. Like Brian West is gonna be one of the judges at the show. And who else? I think Aaron Middleton's going to be judging that one, and I think there's 2 more, but I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who he said the other.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting because like it's all indie comedy people. So like they had a league called Slight Night Roast Battle at first, which this guy Kevin King ran, and then he got officially approved to do the first ever Roast Battle League Indie, which is like a big league throughout the entire country. Different cities have them. So Indy is the first Indy one. So I'm excited about it because Kevin King puts a lot of fucking work into the stuff that he does, and he actually cares a lot. And this is something he's real passionate about. And just as a person, Kevin's a good guy. So having somebody like that running Roast Battle League is going to be important.
What show does he does he have an open mic somewhere?
He runs one at in
Greenwood Planetary
Brewery. That's on Tuesdays. But he also does he used to do the roast battles there, but now he's going to do it at Helium. But then he does a show called Heckle and Hide, which is like a show where people are allowed to heckle. So like, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I did the show one time. I hosted it and went out there. It was fun. It was interesting because I ended up just talking shit to the guy over there for a minute. Because, like, you know, they're talking to you. You're like, fuck you. You know, you're kind of just, I'll come to your fucking yard mow when you're working. You know, you got to do that. Do you ever have a heckle?
I had somebody kind of get involved in the bit one time, and it didn't really like mess it up that much. I just kind of addressed it for a second and moved on. That was when I was like first starting comedy at Crackers, doing those open mics. It might have been the second or third time I did comedy. Somebody like, you know, said something during my set, and I kind of, you know, went back and forth with them for a second and then moved on. But it didn't hurt the bit, and it didn't help it none either.
I know you had a bit one time that somebody heckled your punchline at you.
Yes.
Didn't that drive you crazy?
It was a DJ Khaled joke, which I loved, and that's why I don't do it anymore, is because it is. I mean, it's easy to realize that the punchline is going to be, you know, we the best, or
if you know DJ Khaled.
One.
But if you in certain rooms, they won't know. You know, they won't get it till you get there. I think there's a way to do that quicker. I think we talked about that before. Yeah. Like there's a way to hit the joke quicker so that they can't get to it. But he was doing it, and somebody said, "We the best" or whatever, and he was like, "Fuck," and that's the punchline.
I was like, "Thanks for giving out the punchline."
It was funny.
Yes, we are the best.
Nope, you're not the best. You're a bitch because took my punch. No, I watched Justin Seymour. Did you see his? He dropped a heckle react the other day. It was like a quick one, and he was basically like on stage, and this lady said something. He was like, "What was that?" And she was like, "Oh, my friend's here. She just got off to work," and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't care about any of that." The whole crowd just started laughing. I'm like, I feel like that's what being super dismissive is. Yeah, it's funny because you have to come up with tactics a little bit. I mean, have you ever had to sit down and think it through? Like, well, and then I'll fucking say this, and then they'll say that, and then I'll be like, "No, fucking you."
For the longest time, I thought that comedians were making up most of that stuff on the spot.
Yeah,
I saw on a podcast recently that a lot of comics just have those in their head ready, and then if they have a guy that says something that looks like this, I already got a joke. Exactly. And it seems like it's coming out of their brain at that moment, but it's really not.
No, it's like perceived preparedness or unperceived preparedness or whatever. Yeah, you want it to seem spontaneous, but really
you had that shit in the chamber.
Prepared spontaneity. Yeah, fucking. That's why I'm always like, yeah, well, fucking, I don't go to your house and suck your mom's tits. I don't know. I never know what to say. I remember we had that. We had 1 week. It was 1 week you weren't there. We could have used it. We had a couple guys come through that were fucking drunk.
Yeah, I heard
they
about
walked
that.
in drunk, and then they got a couple burgers, and then they came in and were just being assholes. And at one point they were like, I was saying something, and somebody was like, will you guys shut up or whatever? I think it was Courtney. And I'm like, can you guys shut up? And they're like, whoa. He's trying to do comedy up there, and they're like, oh, he's gonna tell jokes, and then one of them was like, I could tell funnier jokes than you. And I just remember being like, God, this person's an idiot. I can already tell. Like,
Brian stole the show, though.
Brian didn't fucking kill that. What was the word? What did
He
say?
said, yeah, you're going to jack me off. Yeah, go ahead and jack me off. Or beat me off. It was beat me off.
He's like, I'll beat your ass. You beat me off? Oh, you're going to beat me off over and over again? Oh, yeah, you can beat me off. It was so fucking funny. We were all dying, dude. And then after they left, everybody in the room, you could just feel like we were all like going wild or whatever. And then I finished it off with a Charlie Kirk joke. Yeah, had to. It was right after Charlie Kirk died.
Yeah, I haven't got to see people getting real unruly at comedy.
We've had a couple.
Oh, I would say the worst one for me was at an open mic here in Kokomo, and there was this Nazi guy there, and he was definitely on meth, and he kept trying to get and touch the comics and be like right up there with you, and you would have to be like doing your jokes and like stiff arming this guy out of your way. And eventually somebody pulled out a gun on him and walked him out of there with a gun.
Yeah. It was his own person, right? His own buddy.
No,
I thought it was his own buddy.
it was a Kokomo comedian.
Oh, okay. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do out here.
Now that I think about it, I did yell at somebody. I freaked out at somebody one time. It was at Jimmy's show. There was like this lady. She was from Indianapolis to do the open mic.
Yeah.
And he like talked through her whole fucking thing and wouldn't stop talking to her. And she's asking him to shut up. And finally, I was like, "Hey, motherfucker. What the fuck?" I was like, I'm just screaming at this dude, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And like he got the fuck out of there. But yeah, I went nuts on that dude.
I know the Nazi guy you're talking about. I don't want to say his name, but I know who he is. And I remember hearing that story later on and figuring out who it was and being like, yeah, checks out. Yeah, because I think you told me the story later on, and then I found out who it was.
I told, like, you were at the mic the next week was when I met you, and I think I was telling you and Brian, because I was like, yeah, last week this mic was crazy.
Oh, man. No, we've had the dog. We had the dog incident. We've had a lot of, I mean, we had the Boston guy. Brian gets a lot of hecklers, man. He likes to fuck with them. That's one of my favorite all-time moments at Cooper's was Brian fucking with the Boston guy, and he's like, "Say car keys for me." Like, it was so funny.
Or
Put my pee-pee in your mouth, something like that. Go ahead. Sorry.
the one about the guys at Home Depot. I'm going to pick up the guys at Home Depot.
He was just talking to them that time. They weren't even heckling. He just started talking to the crowd, and he talked about fucking these two guys in the crowd.
He was talking about fucking them.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, I got a question. Are you guys together?" I think we dropped that. It's like a whole ass skit. So if you ever, not skit, but a whole ass clip from the mic that we clipped out. But yeah, it was a spontaneous thing that Brian just came up with on the spot, talking to these guys about. He's like, "Well, here's my fantasy. I drive up to a Home Depot. I say, you guys want to help me out with some?" They say C. You say C. You say C. And it's like about fucking them in the back and whatever. And they're like, "Oh, you gonna pay us afterwards?" He's like, "No, you're going directly to ICE." It was before ICE even was like what it is now, where people were real sensitive. So it was really fucking funny. Now Brian's almost funnier off the cuff on stage than he is written. He's hilarious written, but like off the cuff, whenever he's got a good crowd that's like lively.
Yeah.
I've watched Brian just decimate a room.
Hey guys, Sean D here from the Kokomo Press. I'm going to be at Summit City Comedy Club in Fort Wayne on January 8th for the Bringer Show. You can buy tickets for that at summitcitycomedyclub.com, and then go ahead and put Sean D in the group code. And if you put Sean D, I know you're coming to see me. It's going to be a great show. Me and Jordan are going to be out there hanging out. We'd love to see you out. We might have some Kokomo Press stickers and everything. Come out, see the show, have fun, and as always, thank you for supporting live comedy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, I really like watching Brian do comedy.
It's interesting, right? He's got an interesting vibe about him on stage. I remember when I started comedy, because Brian's got the one that told me to do comedy. He was like, "You should just do comedy," because I was writing stories for the page, like writing comedy and doing memes and like basically writing, but I wasn't going on stage. And he was like, you should try it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know if I'd like it. It took me a minute to even like it because I did it in a few, and then I was like, okay, I'll get back to it.
That was at the time when it was like there was nobody doing comedy in Kokomo that was our age.
Yeah.
And they came to the mic, and I was like, oh my God, people my age. Back then, it was mostly 50 and 60-year-olds doing comedy here in Kokomo.
I still have that scene. It's still there. I think it's cool that there's different things going on. I mean, when we started our mic, we purposely put it on a different night so that it didn't interfere with the other mic, because we're just like, if you're a comic in Kokomo and you can hit more than one mic, that's good for you, especially in a week, because that means you don't have to drive somewhere.
Yeah.
And my thing has always been to try not to compete, but to try to like do our own thing. But I mean, because it's ours and because I care about it, I'm like, I want to elevate it. I want to do a different version of what you typically see. And these things are only as good as like the locations. Like, the locations are tough. Like, Kokomo does not have a lot of great bars to do mics at. Like, you can't do comedy at the fucking filling station. You can't do comedy at what's the one? McDougal's. That'd be a horrible room. Like, it's not even set up properly. Like, you look at most of the rooms, the bars in town, because you want to do comedy at a bar. You just do. Alcohol and comedy are like fucking best friends. Like peas and carrots, you know? They got to be together. So doing comedy not at a bar is tough. Like, every time I do, I hate it. I'm like, oh, here I am. We did it at a great. Like, I went to. Oh, you didn't go to that show, but I did this place called AJ's in West Lafayette. It's like a beer place, like not a beer place. It's like a burger place. And in my head, I thought it was a brewery, and then I got there, and it wasn't a brewery. And then I was still thinking it was a brewery because I'm dumb. I'm really fucking stupid. So I told the guy, I was like, we do comedy in a lot of these breweries. And I was like, oh, this isn't a brewery, but it feels like one, because that's what it felt like. Like, you know, you get in these rooms that aren't set up for like shit. They're like set up for people spreading out and eating, and then you try to set up a corner where you're like, hey comedy, you know, and they're like, hey, fucking shut up.
We're trying to eat. To laugh?
Yeah, you guys ready to hear some jokes? Now let me tell you about the time I fingered my sister, or, you know what I mean, or whatever you got, whatever nuanced shit you write. But it's like, you can't get the attention. That's why I think it's so important, like doing shows where people are there to see comedy and drinking, getting drunk.
That Ides of March thing that we did at Cooper's, that was so much fun. That
was a fun show, man. Yeah, it was an interesting show. You had a really good set. I remember that. You had a nice crowd in there too. You brought a lot of people. Is that the first time a lot of those people saw you do comedy?
Yeah,
that's good. That's a cool feeling, right? Especially because you had good jokes,
and they were all like my kids' friends' parents. So like I like met them all like through like school and stuff, and they got to hear me get up on there and say some wild shit, you know. And so I was like, I see you a little different now.
Right? Yeah, you start saying some of the weird shit that comes in your head. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I think a lot of people, like, when they see, I've grown up being a performer, so to me they're just like, fucking another thing. But I know like what was the first time somebody saw you do comedy, Sean, and they were like, what the fuck? Have you ever, I probably had that moment, right?
Well, I also did music before, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I would say, like, you know, it's the old adage of comedy. Like, when you first start comedy, I had a consistent group of friends, and my little brother would come every week to the open mic. And then as you progress in comedy, people are like, oh, it was cool. And the friends showing up drops off a little bit. I've been doing comedy so long now. I got to beg. Like, this show on the 8th at Summit City, I told my family at Christmas, I was like, I know you haven't seen me do comedy for 8 years, but this is like an important show. I'd love if you could make it.
Yeah, this isn't the same. Like, and it's funny because in the beginning, that energy of like, come out, guys. And they're like, oh, you're doing comedy? What? And then they come out and you fucking suck in the beginning. Like, even if you do okay, you still suck. Like, you suck compared to what you do now. Like, 7 years later, like, you're a completely different comic than you were when these people. I remember bringing people out to shows, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And now I'm like, I bring people out, and they're like, "Oh, this is way different." My grandma's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're cool now.
This is nice.
This is nice. I thought those dick jokes that I taught you were really paying off." My grandma writes my own.
I think I met your grandma.
Yep, you were probably there that night, right? She was on the. It was a packed night.
Yeah.
That was a lot of it was due to Daniel Head just fucking packing the room over and over and over again.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, man. He stopped doing comedy though. He just stopped.
He said, I was pretty good at it. Now I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, he was funny. He also did the same thing that we talked about before, which is he felt like he had to do the same or do a new set. And I think that will get you to not come back. If you feel like you have to do a new set, it'll talk you out of coming out, and then you just will stop going, and then you won't do it anymore. Whereas I'd rather you keep coming out, keep working on old jokes. Like we had a guy come through now. He's come through a few times. I'm gonna have him on the podcast coming up soon. Gunnar Pope. Have you met Gunnar?
No, I've seen that name though.
Yeah, he's done Jimmy's mic a few times because I think he's from West Middleton, so he's pretty close by. And we were talking a little bit, and I think our mic that he did on the Christmas was the 10th time he's done comedy ever. Mm-hmm. But he's funny. He's got really good jokes, and he and his wife write together. Like they're writing partners. She doesn't want to be anything to do on stage, but she likes to write jokes.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fucking writing partner with your wife who doesn't want any spotlight. You fucking sign me up for that shit. Well, my girl to fucking write some jokes for me. She does. She writes jokes all the time. She just doesn't know it. It's just our life together. But yeah, he came out. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to. What I was telling him was like, don't try to come up with something new every week. Like if something goes well the week before, like put a star next to it, put it in part of your set, and then add some new stuff to that. And then before too long, you'll have enough of those bits that now you're getting a tighter 5, and then you just start to tailor your. I was like trying to explain it because he's only done it like 10 times, and I'm not really anybody to give anybody advice, but I've also been around a lot, so I'm always like, here's something if you want to do it. Have you heard of the Department of Menial Humor?
I've heard this.
You should try it out sometime. You really should.
They're taping tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's tonight. That's what it's popped in my head for that reason.
I've heard those words together.
There's a comic out of Indy named Zach Tsuba. He was on the show one time.
Okay, yeah. Very
Very funny guy, very interesting guy. He goes nickname is Shaggy because he looks like Shaggy from Scooby Doo for real. But he's like a ball of like if I wouldn't have known any better, if I didn't know he was sober, I would think he was on cocaine because he's like he's just a wild guy. But he produces a show the last Friday of every single month. It's at like 8 p.m. It's at this bar called Wonderful Bar and Grill in Pendleton. And so you go out there, and all you gotta do is let them know you're gonna show up, or even if you just fucking show up, and you get stage time just like that. Like there's no like, oh, you have to book and blah blah blah. Like you can, but you come through and he'll film your like whatever you're set. He'll on multiple cameras if he can, and then they do like an interview thing, and then they put the show out at the end of the next month they put it out, and you'll have an entire like comedy, like stand up comedy. Like almost like a comic view.
And they put it on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like shot really well, and they care a lot about it, and it's direct audio. It's very similar to some of the stuff that we do, except for he does this every fucking month and puts his heart and soul into it. And then they have this interview with this guy named is it Jackie Franz?
I don't remember the interview guy's name.
His name is Jackie Franz is his name, but he does an interview afterwards, like almost like a post game after you do a comedy. It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's like I was telling comics that night when he came out, I'm like, you should do this because it's not easy to get filmed in this way, like in the way that they're gonna do it in a room like that with a nice stage and shit. I mean, it works out.
I remember Terry Shepard. He used to video your stuff, and you could like he would give it to you on a disc, like a CD disc. You know, back when you used to be able to put them in computers and shit.
Yeah,
I've got one from that lab thing that you were talking about in Beach Grove. From when I did it a long time ago. I don't know how I'd watch it. I guess maybe put it in the DVD player or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Did you ever do comedy with Joey Barrington? Mm-mm. Yeah, he's doing a show right now. He's an interesting guy too. I want to get him on the podcast as well. There's just so many good comics, man. That's the thing. Like every time I think I know, like, oh, I know the comics. You don't. There's so many comics, man. And with our press mic, we get a lot of people coming through there that are like randoms. Like somebody from Michigan, like a guy came from Michigan, and Dylan came through a couple weeks ago, and then
girl from North Carolina,
Gigi came through, and it's like Dan Ibram. He's the British guy that lives in Illinois. Just drove
British,
through.
huh?
Yeah, he came on stage and talked like British guy, and I don't know if that's Australian or what, but
that's British.
There's so many dialects in British. I fall.
That was a little
into
Manchester, I think.
Do you know? Do you know?
Manchester.
No, that's more.
No,
that's more like Australian. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going down under. Eating all the grapes. Gripes. You gotta
Gripes.
eating gripes. Eating gripes. My ex lives in Australia right now with her Australian man. She went up to me when I left when we broke up. I left and went to Italy, and she was like, "Well, I'm gonna fucking wait till later on and marry an Australian guy." I was like, "Touche, bitch." She figured
I
it.
got an Australian bloke, huh?
Yeah, he's coming down under. He went down under. Hey, we shared the same down under. Okay, that's fucked up. We shared the same
Vagina.
vagina. Kangaroo patch. God damn! You ever watch that video of the dude the dog and punching the kangaroo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you can take one?
Yeah.
They're pretty muscular.
Yeah. I think I could get one.
Get on the ground. They got strong ass feet. I heard.
You're gonna try to what's the first move? Guillotine, or are you going for the rear naked choke?
Let me think about what the shape of a kangaroo here.
They're built like the Grinch.
I would get it in what they call a darce choke.
Okay, I know that.
All right, hell
I
yeah.
would get it in a darce. They're built in a way I think I could darce a kangaroo.
I'm trying to turn them into one of the fucking puppets from Sesame Street. Like, put my fucking arm up its ass. Like, ah! Fucking getting that little, put my other hand in its little pouch, pull out this baby. I'll fucking kill it.
A darce, that's been my move lately.
Yeah.
If I've submit somebody recently, it's usually with a darce.
It's been like your go-to.
Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden it's there in the stuff I used to use. I haven't been using much lately, but I like that darce.
The weird thing about the darce is in Italia that in Australia they call it darce. All right, it's fucking stupid. All right, fuck. He's got the.
I think they call
Foster
it, and down there they'd call it a dice.
das.
They'd call it a dice.
Das.
That's the dash choke.
Down there, they'd call it a dice choke.
You have a pretty good Australian dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd fuck around with some accents.
Yeah.
How many accents do you fuck around with? Do you have some others?
They'll just be random. Like,
Yeah.
I'll do Cajun a little bit.
Yeah.
I go down to the bayou, go have me a little bit of gumbo down there in Thibodeau. You know,
I like to fuck around with my kids and do like a weird Russian accent. And be like, get in the room, do what they say.
this is not problem. This is a warm winter's day in Soviet Russia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For me, it's Boston. It's the
Yeah.
Boston accent. I'm gonna park my car and have it yet.
It's basically
Or the
Peter Griffin.
Hispanic one. I've done that on this podcast several times. Tú hablo español para así así.
I see. I was watching Pluribus. Have you watched any of that yet? Mm-mm. Nobody's watched it but me. I'm the only person, I think. I'm the only one watching this fucking crazy ass show.
Oh, speaking of shows to watch, there is a show on a streaming network right now that all three of us are
Let's
in.
fucking throw that out there. Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Let me go to that. I fucking suck at remembering
I
things.
waited
but yeah.
for a segue.
It's smart, man. Yeah, if you haven't heard, Relay is the streaming service. The show's called Canary Currency, Sean and Smoke. Sean D's in it. Fucking Brandon Sexton's in it. I'm in it. We all have different episodes. I'm in episode 4. It's Let's Play Some Basketball. As you can see, I've actually made the cut there. And then we've got Sean's actually in this one with the Outhouse Records, and this is Smoke in that one. And then the Jiu-Jitsu. Is it Gara?
Gaha.
Gaha. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like.
Listen, I'm white, dude. I don't fucking.
Well, like in Portuguese, R's are pronounced H's.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's spelled Gara, but pronounced Gaha.
Okay.
It's confusing.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool though. I will tell you one thing. Okay, so a while back, this is stupid, and I'm just gonna tell you anyway. So we used to play kickball. Did you ever play kickball?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you play on the Gaha team?
No, I just did schoolyard kickball.
Yeah, they did. They had a bunch of kickball teams at the stadium, Jackrabbit Stadium, before it became the Creek Chub Stadium. Go Chubbies. We were playing the Gaha team, and so I had never smoked weed my whole life until I turned 30 years old, and then I had a vape that was like a hybrid vape, and I didn't know shit about that. So I guess I got this hybrid vape and I hit it, and I was high for like a week. I'm not joking. Like, it was, I looked it up. Like, I wasn't the only person. It was a Reddit thing. Like, it's fucking true. Like, I literally couldn't like It might have been longer than a week. I just remember, like, I was in a fucking daze. Like, every second of my day, I was like this. And, like, I was working, and I didn't know what was going on. I was just out of it. I couldn't think, couldn't process. And something wrong.
No, I accidentally touched Brandon's foot.
Touch it more. Touch it again. Touch it harder.
Let me take my shoe off.
Take my shoe if you do that. No, but I fucking hit that thing, and then it fucked me up for a minute. And one time we were playing kickball, and like at the stadium, and we were playing against the Gaha team, and I got to first base, and they went to tag me instead of touching the plate, and I was so fucked. Like, I didn't think my brain. So, like, they went to tag me. And so I was just like, I'll just hit the ball away so they can't tag me. But you're out. Because that's the fucking. So I smacked the ball. They're pissed immediately. Like, they're so mad. And I'm like, God damn. And so I'm like, all right, my bad.
Pissing off the fight team.
Yeah. I didn't know. I was out of it, dude. It was fucking stupid, but I didn't know. And then a little bit later, I got up again because I was pissed because they were being dicks at that point, and I got pissed, and I kicked one, and it was a home run. They moved in on me, and I got over them. I got stronger legs than I look like I do, and I'm quicker than I look like I do. So I'm like rounding second, like halfway through second to third when they realize that I'm booking it. I hit third, and being the asshole I was at the time because my brain was not working right, I did like a fucking cartwheel into the home plate. They were so pissed, and then I was like, oh, because we were like going wild, and they're like, he's flipping us off, and I was like, I didn't flip you off. I was like, and we were like yelling back and forth, and I went up there and I was the coach of the team, which is not a good look, and so we had to go to like meet in the middle. And it was me and I think the woman. There was like a woman coach. She was the one that was in charge of it. And she was saying something to me and like was just being straight up rude. And I was like, there ain't no reason for her to talk to me like that. I was like, I'm talking to him and you don't need to talk to me. I'm talking to the ref. And she's like, no, I'm gonna talk to you. And I'm like, you can shut up. And the guy was like, you don't talk about my wife. And then my guys were coming up and I'm like, she's their coach. She's not your wife right now. It's like, she won't shut up. I couldn't even tell him what happened because I didn't flip anybody off. We ended up winning. So
Kickball drama.
Hey, we won. Actually, that's I think it's the 2019. It was the year we won it all. 2019.
Okay.
Year it all. We won it all.
That was the year I started grappling.
What was the? I want to know what the name of it. They're busting your balls, just kicking it. Alcoholics. There was a lot of crazy names. Defiance Firearms. No, it might have been a different year, but yeah, it was fun, man. I'm surprised you didn't play.
I might not have known them yet. I started grappling August of 2019,
Yeah.
so it might not have been.
You said you started comedy in 2018 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, for 7 years, 27, something like that. Yeah. When do you know that? You said you know the exact day?
It was that day I texted you. It's
Yeah.
like been 7 years and like a couple weeks now.
Hell yeah. So it was like November-ish or early
Yeah.
December. That's fucking cool. I started in the fall of 2018. I think what you started?
October 2019.
Yeah. No. I knew we were close. We were close together. It was like right around the same time. I want to say it's either fall of. Yeah, it was fall of 2018.
I know I started in October of 19, but I don't remember.
You've been on far more stages than I have too, though.
I never. Once
out.
I did it, well, I had a really, really good first time because I wrote for 5 months before I did comedy. I wrote my jokes for 5 months. I wanted them to be perfect because I had this idea that I could be a famous comedian in like 2 months. So I wrote jokes. Right. I wrote jokes for a while, and then I went up and I did really good. And the lady that used to own the comedy club here in Kokomo happened to be at the mic that night. She was like, honey, you're a natural. I was like, thank you guys so much. It's always been a dream of mine. And she's like, no, honey, you're a natural. And like, don't tell me that, because I'm like, from then on, I was like, okay, so comedy's my thing. This is what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
I've always liked doing things I was good at from the start.
Oh, yeah. If you'd have sucked the first time, you probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, if I sucked.
But you do jiu-jitsu. There's no way you're good the first time.
The first time I grappled somebody in like a real match, they thought I wrestled before.
Oh, okay.
And that kind of pumped me
Like,
up.
no, just collision repair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just collision and repairing motherfuckers.
He was like, how long did you wrestle? And I was like, I didn't wrestle. And you could see the look on his face. He was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was, this guy's never grappled before. And so I had a little bit of something, but now I know I'm still not good at jiu-jitsu.
I will say, though, the next 10 times after that first time, horrible.
Yeah.
horrible.
It
so
sucks.
bad.
Comedy
I was
sucks.
like, I mean, you've seen me in that time. I would be like shaking on stage, and I would talk in the mic like this.
Yeah, the funny thing is Adam likes to hold the mic way far down here, so you can barely hear him when he does things. And I'm always like, yeah, bring it up to your mouth. Sean was very much like that. He'd be up there and he'd be like, so I was always like, man, this guy's funny. I love him. He's a great guy to be around. I was like, but he's very timid. And I was like, he just needs to break out. It didn't take you long. You figured it out. So
Yeah, but you know,
go.
you had to. I didn't realize before I started that like what it would entail to get to where I'm at now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how much work you actually put into things. You know, that's how I get incrementally good at random things like editing, and just because I like force myself to do it, because if I don't do it, then it'll never get done. Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll be trying my Neil Young harmonica rest all day, probably.
You gonna put some video up?
Maybe. I found that it's hard to remember the chord progression when I'm trying to focus on playing that harmonica at the same time.
It's like when you have to. At the same time, you're like, hold on, what's the rhythm here? We gotta get it.
Because I was like thinking about the chords, but I was also thinking about the notes on the harmonica. Usually when you're singing, you get to just sing, and you don't really think about, I'm singing an A right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, something about that harmonica and trying to play the chord progressions. I'm thinking I'm blowing in to get this E and out to get a D, and you know,
You blowing D's, you said?
blowing D's. Yeah,
Blowing in and out
I set
Ds.
myself up for that one, didn't I?
Well, I know for me with the scene, it's fine. I've tried to play bass guitar while singing. That's hard to do because they're two different rhythms.
Yeah.
Like the bass guitar rhythm and the rhythm of your vocals it'll throw each other off. You have to be really. Anytime I see a singer that plays bass, I'm always like, you're fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm always impressed by that.
I'm way more impressed by a bassist that can sing than just a regular bass.
Bassists are always the weirdest person in the band. I don't know. It seems like every time I go see a show, the bass player is just up there, just the weirdest dude on the stage.
Well, if you come to the Coterie on January 16th, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to come out there and see Grey Garden, I will be there with my band, and we are going to have a fun time. My bassist actually is the guy on the left there, if you can see him a little bit. That's Ryan. You see, he looks very much like a bassist. You know, he's got it in. And then you see my ass back there in this like partial. But yeah, anyway, we'll be there with the great 13 Gallons. So come check that out. It's going to be a fun time, that's for sure. I'm also going to be at the Brady Ottinger Show Part 2 in Lafayette at the North End Pub with Forgotten Ashes and Our Hero's Demise. That's going to be on January 10th. That's about 6 days before that. So if you're in Lafayette and you want to check us out, you can check us out there. If you're in, like I said, in Kokomo on the 16th, check us out there. And then, of course, we got the Roast Battle League in Indianapolis. I'm going to be at the Doghouse in Delphi, Indiana. Check that out on the 24th of January. And then, of course, we're going to be producing the show for Stephen Riley, or Acnodactyly. That's going to be with John Mulhill, Stratton Smith, and Sohal Atley at the Wit Theater, January 31st. So come on out to that. The tickets are available for most of these shows. Sean, go ahead and tell them about what you got your show going on.
So January 8th, I am going to be at Summit City Comedy Club for the Bringer Show. It is my first time being on a paid show at a comedy club. It's basically, trying out to get more spots there. So please come. Buy your tickets at summitcitycomedyclub.com, and it'll have a group code. It'll say, do you have a group code when you're buying your tickets? All I ask is that you please put in that group code Sean D. And we'll see you out there, and we're going to have a great time. Jordan will be there with me, and we'll be there to talk with you after the show. I'll be in the green room before and during, but after the show, love to talk to you. Maybe we'll bring some Kokomo Press stickers. Love to see you guys out there.
Yeah, come hang out, man. It's going to be a fun time, I promise. Sean's going to be doing the stuff that if you come out to the mic and you've seen, like, oh, I really like that joke, he's probably going to be doing it because it's going to be the show. Sean is going to be your best comic on that show. I'm calling it now. He's a writer for the Kokomo Press. He's going to be the best comic you'll ever see on the stage at Summit City. Come out there.
Dang right.
Just going
also,
wild.
I saw Mark Norman at Summit City.
Hell yeah. Better than Mark Norman. I saw David Tell there. Better than David Tell.
that's what the show is basically they need new openers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's the dream. That was the goal. Jordan knows this. That was the goal that was set apart to be my goal for 2025.
Yep.
And we're getting there.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like the work, you put in the fucking work, and I think coming out to Summit City, if you're in Fort Wayne already, like you have no excuse. Get your freaking tickets now. If you're not in Fort Wayne, then fucking come ride with us. We're gonna get a bunch of people coming up there. We're gonna have a good time. Either way, we're gonna be goofing off. And honestly, I already know Sean's gonna fucking kill us. So come out there, hang out with us. We're gonna be goofing, man. I'm excited for you. I'm excited that you're doing this show. I know when you initially we were talking about doing the show, you're like, I don't know, but I really want to do. I hope they picked you, and I was like, fuck yeah, because you gotta be good. You have to be good to get picked.
True,
that's a fact.
They picked me off my video.
Yeah,
and it was a video from Gas City.
Yeah, and that's a good fucking video. They probably watched that. Did they watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's a good fucking show, dude. I'm excited, man. We got to get you doing some more stuff with us, man.
Yeah, I've been doing a little hiatus. I got bored with my material, and I've been kind of trying to compile new premises.
Don't get bored, man. Stephen Riley is a perfect example of somebody that, dude, he never got bored. He just went insane, and now and Kyle, another guy that I'm like, I remember seeing them a couple years ago or a year ago and being like, oh, good jokes, but now those jokes are fucking phenomenal, and it's like, I got to beat myself up and do my jokes more and just force myself to do the jokes I don't want to. Keep doing them. Force yourself to do the jokes.
Yeah, I should. I know that.
I'm just messing with you. If you don't got anything going on Thursdays, you can always come out too.
Always come out to the Kokomo Press open mic.
Yeah, if you're bud and you're like, I hate how
usually
that drives me crazy.
I do jujitsu Thursdays.
Jiu-jitsu. Why not Palestine Jitsu? You ever think about that? Got 'em.
There is another show we didn't bring up.
Oh,
please come to the North End Pub on January 2nd.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot about that. Yeah, come out on January 2nd to the North End Pub. We will be there with a co-headliner, Stratton Smith and Stephen Riley are going to be co-headlining that show. Crystal Evans, Cable Sample, Nick Burris, and Adam Garner is going to be hosting. We're going to be producing. Lance Ferrato will be there. It's only $10 to get in the door. The show starts at 8 p.m. It's another Kokomo Press presents at the North End Pub. We love that fucking place, man. Have you been out there before?
I have not.
They got a bowling alley. Don't go in there. You're going to hurt your knee. We can't have you do it.
Yeah, but before I quit, I was able to get 3 perfect games.
What?
Yeah.
You're lying to me.
Yeah, I got it was a pretty cool month. I think it might have been like 2016. I bowled a 300. The next week I didn't, and then the week after that I bowled another 300. And then that month I also finished second in the city tournament in Indianapolis. So that was like a hot month for me.
Oh, yeah, you were going fucking wild.
Yeah, and shortly after that's when I quit. After I got the 300s, like, because that was the goal the whole time was to get the perfect. And after I got like the third one and it didn't like feel as cool, I was like,
it's over now.
Be past it.
I think somebody told me that at Don Lowry, which is now Heritage, they have a guy, there's a thing on there and you can see that a guy bowled a perfect game on 9/11. Did you hear about that? You hear about that?
Like 9/11 2001?
Yeah, 2001.
Wow.
Bowled a perfect game.
He did that for America.
Another bowling ball has hit the Twin Towers.
Fucking haters.
Fucking Al-Qaeda. Perfect game.
You know, you do have a lot of hobbies. Bowling. Did you have a girlfriend when you were younger named Jenny?
No. No. But I have been very Forrest Gump-esque in my life's endeavors.
Hell yeah. There's just so many shows coming up, man. I'm so excited. It's going to be a wild January, I'll tell you that much. If you haven't checked anything out, you've got to. Let me just say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, Brandon, for coming in and hanging out with us today on the Kokomo Press Podcast, man.
This was fun.
This is a fun time. We'll have to have you come back in. First podcast ever, ladies and gentlemen. Get to give him a round of applause for first podcast. Very good. Some fucking phenomenal stories.
My cherry's throbbing.
Your cherry is throbbing right now. Sean D, the great co-host of mine.
Come to Summit City.
Come out. January 8th. Come check out what we're doing, man. We're doing so much. So this has been the Kokomo Press Podcast, and my panel's been great. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sean D, Brandon Sexton, this week on the episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We love you. Bye. Thank you for watching the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, and tell all your friends about it, because when people know about us, we get to continue to bring new, great, exciting things to you. And if you really want to support us, you can actually go on to Facebook and you can become an official subscriber. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get a lot of access to us. You get to tell us good jokes, tell us all the things you want to, and you're going to get access to new videos, merch, all kinds of things. And if you just want to support us in another way, maybe wear a shirt, wear a hat, something like that, check out kokomopress.shop. It's a brand new store we have set up. It's got all our merchandise needs. It's going to have limited run t-shirts, limited run hats. Go check it out right now. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Kokomo Press on the Kokomo Press Podcast. See you soon. 2 kisses.